Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Wolfner.
It's Marc-Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the Gametolove Podcast. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
The epic final, Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. We saw it in Wimbledon and we're going to get it at the US Open. He's going to be able to handle a situation in a Grand Slam final against Djokovic because he's beaten him in one. I'm going for Carlos Alcaraz.
The main man, the number 24, Novak Djokovic. US Open time, baby! Let's go! Goff could be our US Open champion.
3-set final in which Iga wins. Near impossible that Djokovic doesn't make the final.
Novak Djokovic claiming his 24th Grand Slam title. On the women's side, going past bingo.
No surprise here. I think that Novak Djokovic will win this year's US Open and Coco Gauff is going to be the American that wins it on the women's side.
that Novak Djokovic will win this Grand Slam, beating Alcaraz in the final. I believe that Sabalenka is going to ace up this Grand Slam.
Sabalenka and Djokovic taking it.
Novak Djokovic will have as many Grand Slams as there are hours in the day. Ons Jabeur is going to do it. I really believe. I think Ons has learned from her mistakes.
Novak Djokovic is going to win the US Open.
Aryna Sabalenka is winning her second Grand Slam. Carlos Alcaraz is going back-to-back. He's going to defend his US Open title.
Coco Gauff on home soil is taking home the cake. Gauff will win.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another play-by-play live stream brought to you by the Game to Love Tennis Podcast. My name is Covey, and yes, U.S. Open, baby, quarterfinals. It is time, all-American matchup. We got Ben Shelton, the 20-year-old from Florida, facing Big Foe from Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Frances Tiafoe, top 10 player in the world, semifinalist here last year. But hey, Shelton, pretty impressive in the Grand Slam so far in his career. He made it to the quarterfinals at the Australian Open, and now he's in the quarterfinals here in New York City. Yeah, man, this is going to be a crazy matchup. My name is Covey. Thank you for joining me. I'm here in Vancouver, BC, Canada, where it is currently 6:21 p.m., just around dinner time. In New York City, it's 9:21 p.m. This match is just about to start, which means I need your predictions, and you're going to get my predictions. Then I'm going to come and say hi to everyone in the chat in just a second. But hey, let me know who you think is going to win and what the score is going to be. Big Foe serving first. Let's get it. All right, here I am in my Morphs desk. Yep, Morphs. Thanks to Kathy as our sponsor. And if you want to become our sponsor and get your logo up on our desk, all you have to do is overtake Kathy on the top tipper board. But here we go. Big Foe serving first. First serve. Wide of the tee there. Trying to go up the middle. 129 miles an hour. These guys can serve bombs. Ben Shelton has been going crazy, hitting 149 miles an hour. First point goes to Ben Shelton as Shelton tries to do a return and volley, and the forehand +1 from Tiafoe is long. Both of them looking sharp. I'm very curious to see who the crowd is going to be for. I have a feeling Big Foe will maybe have a little bit more because of the love from last year's run. But Shelton is an exciting young player. He's massive server. He's a lefty. He still has lots of his game to develop. Oh, double fault from Big Foe. So Shelton falling into a good start here. Big Foe missing a forehand and then a double fault. Big Foe with the outfit. We're going to get into that in a second. Very colorful. Both players looking great. Crowd so far kind of murmuring. Don't feel the buzz just yet, but I bet, folks, that this one's going to be a pretty exciting match. So here's what's going on with my prediction. I know I said that I was going to do predictions. That was a while ago now, it seems. But the prediction for me is I couldn't decide if it's 4 or 5, but I'm going to go ahead and say Frances Tiafoe. I'm going to say 4 in the end. Frances Tiafoe is going to take it. I think his experience will come through in the very end. Shelton, he's going to have many more chances to make it past this stage. So will Tiafoe, but I think it's I feel like Tiafoe is going to take it. That is my prediction. Let me see what you guys have. Let's see here. Whoa, wow. First of all, folks, if you haven't done so, join our Patreon. There's a link. And also, hey, like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and that way you can hit the notification bell. Join us every time we go live. Big Foe out of the hole from Love 30 all here. Big serve. And Ben Shelton, all he can do is block that. But it did not go over the net, not even close. And it's 40-30. So nice recovery. We got Canada mapping in the house. Hello, let's go Big Foe. This will be my first ever look at. Ooh, Todd, you're in for a surprise. This guy is an exciting young player. Lefty, he's got some power. He can move. He's very athletic. Same here. I love the U.S. Open, baby, says Ibaraki. Kathy, I like this color combo kit Ben is wearing. Yeah, same here. He's got black and it's not exactly pink. It's more, would it be fuchsia? Kathy, let me know. You'd probably have a better eye for this. It's kind of like it's like a hot pink sort of ish. Is it fuchsia? Is that? I don't know. I think maybe something else. Anyways, we are in for you're in for a treat, Todd. Kathy saying hi to me. Ram Bakshi, how are you doing? I'm doing great, buddy. I'm in for another beautiful night session here in New York. And guess what, folks? Your boy Covey, that's me, is also calling Alcaraz Zverev tomorrow night. Yes, I get to call my favorite player under the lights in New York City. Very, very excited. And we'll also get into some stuff that happened earlier in the day, of course, on this stream. Canada Mapping, say, hey, Covey, hello to you, friend. Good to have you back in the chat, just like yesterday. Cap saying, London was warmer than Sofia. Climate change is real. Shelton beats Foe. Okay, we got a prediction. Greetings, Covey, Kathy, Canadian, and everyone. JP in the house. What's going on? Peace back to you, brother. Good to have you. Our friend from Australia. I tried to hit some Ben Shelton forehands during tennis training yesterday. Yeah, how did that go? Ben Shelton with a lob, and it lands in. Big Foe turns around and hits an overhead on the turn, and Shelton is at the net and easily puts that volley into the open side. So, started complicated, love 30. Then it looked easy. It was 40-30, and now we're back to level here at deuce. Ben Shelton with a backhand volley easily put away as Big Foe was still running in the other direction after hitting that ball. Can't decide, says Kathy. What up, Todd? We have Tiafoe 3-6 and 4, says Todd. All right. We got Good A from JP, and he says Foe and 4. So JP and I are on the same page. Hello, Giosip. Again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name. That's why I always call you JP. But hey, JP. We got my prediction, Big Foe and 4 as well, saying. Oops, I forgot to click it. Saying Tiafoe going to take it 3-4, lose 5-7, and then take it 6-2 in the fourth. Ben oozes charisma. I completely agree with you. Totally agree. He's going to be really great for American tennis, as is Francis Tiafoe, Eubanks, Fritz, these guys, Tommy Paul. But yeah, some pretty good talent going on. Imagine Shelton Alcaraz in the semis. It would be amazing. Although I don't. Yeah, no, it could. What am I talking about? It could happen. Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be really fun. Here we go. Ostapenko, a disappointment today. Complete 180 from. By the way, Alcaraz played Shelton and beat him recently, but he said that he's never seen anyone hit the ball harder, which is kind of crazy because that's what Tsitsipas said about Alcaraz as when Alcaraz was 18 and beat him here 2 years ago. So, Fuchsia, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Ostapenko, disappointment today. Complete 180 from Swiatek. Yeah, she only won 2 games in the whole match. Unfortunate for the ticket holders today. Not too much drama. I mean, of course, if you're a Novak fan, you're obviously going to be very excited. He played very well. Takes that one 1-4-4. But in terms of drama, there was virtually zero at all. So hopefully this one will provide a little bit more entertainment. Of course, there was also a bagel in the previous match, Muchova versus Sorana Cirstea. And then she ends up taking 6-3 in the second set. So straight sets. Everything's been straight sets. So hopefully, and Big Foe finally holds this game, this 7-minute long game with an ace out wide. So because he did it with such struggle, I think it's time already to hit one of our buttons. Let's go. Wait, where is it? Where'd I put the buttons, y'all? I swear I saw the buttons. Where were they? Oh, here we go.
I'm going to make a whole song called Francis. I'm bringing it out soon. Francis, what you do to me? Tiafoe, Francis, what you do to me?
One of the best buttons there ever was. The Tiafoe button. First serve of the match from Ben Shelton is long. Let's see how many MPHs he brings right off the bat. Second serve is good. Backhand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. Remember, Shelton's a lefty and Tiafoe's a righty, so there's going to be a lot of backhand to forehand battles. As of course you get, it's safer to go cross court. You have more distance, and also the net height is lower. So these are more technical aspects of tennis. But let's get into it. 15 love. Backhand return Tiafoe, forehand Shelton, backhand Tiafoe. Now backhand Shelton, backhand. What's going on here? Yeah, I went up the line. Oh, nice little cat and mouse. Ben Shelton at the net, pushes a volley. Oh no, he pushes a volley back into play. Tiafoe gets to her and floats another even easier shot for Shelton, and this one goes into the net off the backhand volley. Unfortunate there for Shelton. That was that would have been an easy put away. He did the hard work. The second last shot he did was a little more difficult, a little more tricky, but yeah, it just misses an easy volley. But no harm, no foul. Still early in this one. 15 all. Good first serve. Forehand return from Tiafoe, and then Tiafoe shanks his second shot, goes long, and it is now 30-15 for Shelton. Okay, folks. LOL, Todd, welcome to Yelena Ostapenko. Very historic night for men's tennis and African Americans on Ash. Yeah, there you go. 2 African Americans battling it out. Very, very something to be proud of for sure for USA tennis tonight. Cubby, maybe you'll get 5 more sets. I would love it, buddy. I would absolutely love it. These two are just characters. They're charismatic. They got game. They got power. They're going to have the crowd, I think, going buzzing quite a bit. There's going to be some good rallies and stuff. So I would love it. Yes, CK, Compliment King, very exciting. Kathy's excited about what Compliment King just saying. What's up, Covey and everyone? ESPN Plus won't let me watch any of the U.S. Open matches today, including this one. I am your eyes and ears, brother. Hello, Alexander. How are you from L.A.? AL from L.A. Good to have you, buddy. I hope you ate dinner already. Actually, I didn't. I actually just got back from the courts, took a shower, and then got my mom. Actually, my mom wanted a veggie burger, so I was going to order a couple and go pick it up and quickly have it before this stream. But my cousin who lives with me, so my mom's, she's had a stroke, so we have to help her out. So, yeah, anyways, my cousin ordered from the place that I was going to go pick up from, and he did Uber or whatever while I was taking a shower. So I unfortunately did not get to eat yet, but I will have some snacks at some point. Maybe some almonds or something during a break here or there. JP, Penk only served 38%. Wow, that's horrendous. Alcaraz will play the winner of Medvedev and Rublev in the semis. Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say. What someone said earlier, wouldn't it be crazy if it was Shelton Alcaraz? But I was thinking that doesn't make that could be right. So yes, thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. It is definitely not possible for Shelton and Alcaraz to meet unless it's in the finals. That could be something that we see in the future, folks. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both 20 years old. That's another thing. We always talk about Rune and Alcaraz, but don't forget Shelton. Obviously, Rune and Alcaraz are top 10, but Shelton, he's doing some damage, folks. At least in the Grand Slams. He actually, believe it or not, in the 18 tournaments between the Australian Open and this one that he's played, he didn't win a single back-to-back set of matches in any one of those tournaments. So he goes to the quarterfinals of the Australian, 18 straight tournaments without winning 2 matches, and then he wins 4 here in the U.S. Oh, Tiafoe had an easy overhead, and he put it long. It wasn't super easy. It was a slow ball. He had to back up to hit it, but definitely not difficult for someone like him with his athleticism. And yeah, he just didn't snap the wrist early enough, and the ball flew long there. Todd saying Muhova, a real threat to lift trophy. I agree. Fundamentally sound player who can make almost any shot. And she's a Czech woman. And if you're a Czech woman, you are basically born right away with the opportunity to potentially win Grand Slams. JG going for a Grammy on that video. Yeah, yes, Todd, agree. Muhova, my pick for the title. Not a bad pick, buddy. Not a bad pick. Is anyone showing this on their Discord? I am not aware. I don't know about that. Sorry, I cannot answer that question with any sort of confidence. And Ben Shelton goes backhand slice into the net. Tiafoe holds, and we are on serve 2-1. Thanks, Kathy. Show the tennis. Whoa. That is definitely going to be ban and delete their comments. See you later, buddy. Kathy, to compliment King. Anyone streaming this on their Discord? Again, not sure. I don't know. I don't think so. We are not allowed to stream the match, or else YouTube would pull us down right away. Copyright issues and such. Trying to catch up here. Compliment King. Well, there's plenty here in this match to munch on, Cov. Yeah, there is. There really is. Actually, Disney, King Adjust, they own ESPN and didn't agree to contract terms upon renewal. Crazy. Sorry about your mom. Hope she gets better. Yeah, she's doing better. No worries. No worries. Thanks, guys. You're good, son. No worries, guys. That's how we do it. We get taken care of when we're young, and then we can help take care when we are able to and older. So there you go. Thanks, Kathy. I heard that it's ridiculous. Cheers to Mama Covey. Yeah. No problem. Thank you for answering. My pleasure, Cat Cave. Cool name, by the way, Cat Cave. Very cute. I'm torn about Coco and Muchova semifinal. I really like both. You know what? Same here. I feel like Muchova kind of like she's due. You know, she was ranked 230 last year. She's injury problems like crazy. She had to qualify for Miami this year in March, and now she's made the French Open final, and now she's in the quarter or semi again here. And then also Coco. I mean, she's been in our mind's eye for 4 years. After her Wimbledon run when she was young, 15, I believe. And she's finally kind of blossoming into the player that we've been hoping for and expecting. And I really am torn. I'm going to be so happy for whoever wins that one, and I'm going to be bummed for whoever loses. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. Czech women born with tennis racket in their hands. Absolutely. LOL King Adjust. Heck, I didn't even know Shelton was a lefty. If I saw him at the AO, I don't remember. Yeah, he's a lefty, big serving lefty. This guy's hit 149 in this tournament. Second serve to kick off this fourth game is a double fault. 15 minutes into this one, 3 games in. Thank you. You're very welcome. To be honest, I had no idea who Muchova was before today, but she's really good. Yeah, there you go. She's top 10 now. I believe there's 3 Czech women in the top 10. Anyone know the times for women's semis? Let me check. Oh, you know what? I think there's a couple days off now. Is there? No, wait, hold on. So we got quarterfinals tomorrow. We got Medvedev, Rublev, and then Alcaraz, Sinner. Medvedev, Rublev's morning match. Alcaraz, Zverev is the second in the night match. And then we have Zheng Xinwen against Sabalenka. That's in the very first match of the whole day tomorrow. And then Vondrousova and Keys will play the first match in the evening session. So that is the quarterfinals. I know, JP, you're asking about semis, so I'm going to look. And it's saying that Goff and Muchova on Thursday will be playing at 7 p.m. in New York. So kicking off the night session, it looks like. So I'm not sure if that's fully accurate yet, but that's what it's saying on tennis24.com, which is a site that I use quite a bit for up-to-the-minute stuff. So hopefully that helps you, JP. Totally, I like Muchova, and now she's number 10 in the world after having to qualify for Miami. Shelton up 40-15 here. So Shelton serving right now. So I'll mention what he's wearing. His kit is sharp, folks. He's wearing the On brand, the one endorsed by Roger. Also, Iga's a part of the team. He's got the fuchsia colored wristbands. He's got man, he ripped the cover off the ball on that forehand, but it was just long. 40-30 now. So yeah, he's got. His outfit is basically, it's about 75% black. So from like his left, let's say the middle of his left pectoral to all the way through to his right, is all black, and then it's fuchsia on just the side, the last quarter, and then the side. He's got fuchsia wristbands, and then he's got white shoes, white socks, no headgear. Looking dashing. And Tiafoe with a very nice put away at the net after he made Shelton run around back and forth across the court. And Tiafoe now putting a little bit of pressure on Shelton. It's a deuce. Got the on logo on the left chest, still on the black part before it turns to fuchsia. He's got that lefty over the head whippy forehand on the run, Shelton. So yeah, he can really put a lot of juice on that shot of his on that forehand. Could the All-American Women Final could be all Czech. Yeah, that's true. Can Rublev climb the quarterfinal wall? Unfortunately, I don't see it happening tomorrow, but I would love to see it if it did, even though I also like Medi. But I would like to see Rublev. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say there. I hope so, but Zverev is playing really well. I think that Alcaraz will be. Yeah, I was gonna say because Alcaraz is playing Zverev, so I'm not sure if there's a mix-up there. There's a lot of quarterfinalists from the same country this year. Yep. Mukova seems to be playing better than her pre-injury version. Yeah, maybe the injury made her realize, like, oh man, if I want to be a pro, it's such a fragile thing, and who knows? Yeah, here we go. Shelton advantage here. We are still on serve. 1-2, first set. All-American clash. Winner will face Novak Djokovic in the semifinals on Friday, I believe I heard John McEnroe say. 139-mile-an-hour serve. Tiafoe could not return that into play, and it is 2-all. I think we should give Shelton a button now. Listen to this one, folks. It's a doozy.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton. Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town. He's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton, Ben Shelton, Shelton.
Nice little point to kick off game 5 with Shelton trying to lob over Tiafoe, and he does. Tiafoe hits it into the net there. Tiafoe sweats a lot, folks, so he always goes to the towel. The guy's very athletic. Both these guys are extremely athletic. I've heard stories about how far Ben Shelton can throw a football, and it's very, very impressive. It makes sense. If you can hit a serve at 149 miles an hour, it makes sense that you'd be able to throw a football because that motion is very similar. Adele, hello, Covey and GTL friends. Hope everyone had a good day. Same here, and I had a good day, and you're right. I hope everyone else did. He has to climb the octopus first. Hi, Adele, says Kathy. Good day, Adele. Hey, Covey. Hey, Max, how goes it? And all. Ben played this earlier. Oh, he did? Okay. Did not know. And sang it. Okay, amazing. Kathy, the advertisement looks great. Yeah, folks, Kathy Morphs right under my desk here. If you can see right there, sponsored by Kathy. And Kathy got that because she is the top tipper in this fortnight so far. Oh, Tiafoe's going to be bummed that he missed an easy overhead. It was from the backhand wing, but it was a slow one. He was there with plenty of time, and he pops it onto the tape, and it falls onto his side of the court. So very loose. 3 for 6 is Tiafoe at the net. 3 for 5 is Shelton. So both players are coming up a decent amount. Only 4 games in here. I can't even decide who will win this in this match. I got Tiafoe in 4, but I'm hoping it goes 5, and I hope it's just a fun, rowdy match with the rowdy New York crowd going bonkers in certain moments of intensity and excitement. That's my wish. Oh, Shelton with a chance to go up chance to have a double break opportunity, but instead the forehand goes long, and it is 30 all. Can they do a white background? That's a good question. I don't know how to do that right in this moment, but Ben might be able to. Ben must have gotten up at 11 a.m. to make that Shelton button. Might have. Max, hi again. Hey, JP. Thanks, Adil, and thanks for not kicking me off yet. Purple is my color. White looks washed out. I think Adil maybe was asking him if we could have a white background behind me. Is that what you were saying? That's what I thought when I read it, but I could be wrong. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well after the Sinner and Zverev match. I'm doing better than Sinner and Zverev. Those guys, it looked like two corpses using sheer will just to fight their way through that match. It was really it is a breakpoint opportunity here for Ben Shelton. Tiafoe serving. First serve is it's a beautiful serve up the tee. Shelton got there, but wasn't able to get a good connection with the ball off the strings. Bounces on his own side before even getting to the net. One break point saved here in this game. Deuce now. Max, hello. Shelton in 3. Ooh, king adjust. I actually read one prediction from, I don't know, online when I was doing some research, and the person who wrote the article said, if Shelton is going to win, he'll win in 3, but if it goes long, it'll go to Tiafoe. I would tip, but I spent most of my money on betting again. I have to stop. No worries. We appreciate everyone. Whether or not we get tips, we appreciate them, but we don't require them or anything. We makes us feel good when we make you happy enough to want to tip. But don't feel obligated. Kathy, maybe ask Ben if he can replace the yellow and blue background on the desk to white so your logo blends in. I see. Not going to be picky. Yeah, I think it's more of a. I mean, it's definitely. I think it's cool how the aesthetic is evolving here at the Game to Love. Tiafoe got this in the sack. Says evil carpet. He means on the front of the desk. Yeah. Yes, he was. Covey, I'm wrong. There we go. King adjust. Hello. All right. Shelton makes his way to the net. Tiafoe tries to pass him, but it goes into the net. So another breakpoint opportunity here. Shelton looks like he is. Oh my God, he's already completely drenched, soaking wet. So is Tiafoe. These guys. I bet you were going to go through like 20 shirts here combined. What's the over under? I'm going to say 20. Okay, I will be picky with mine tomorrow. Ooh, Adil. Getting all excited here. Gonna add to the tipper board. I hope I can watch Alcaraz play Zverev tomorrow. Oh man, that's gonna be a fun one for sure. Hey Kathy, hey Max. I think about it the same way. I think Tiafoe would be harder match for Novak, and there you go, folks. Ben Shelton breaks, and we have our first break of the match. I mean, I have to hit the button now, don't I? Yeah, I do. I mean, there you go.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton, Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town, he's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton, Shelton.
JP with a comment I totally agree with, saying I think Tiafoe would be a harder match for Novak. I agree. I think right now at where these two players are, I think Tiafoe with the experience, he's beaten Nadal last year here. That doesn't mean he would beat Novak, but I think he knows what it tastes like to beat a big 3 player in a Grand Slam. Hey, Rom says, Max, I'm happy that Coco has reached the semifinals. For sure. It's great to see that she's, again, finding her way into the top ends of these draws now, the final stages. King has just signed up for YouTube TV. They have no issues. I'm hoping Coco wins, but I don't know. Surprising that these two have never played each other since they're both American. Well, Shelton, this is only the first year for him on tour, and he's 20. He played in college before, so he wasn't on the tour. This is his first full year. And Tiafoe, of course, is 25. He's been around for about 6 years now. So, it's just because Shelton played in college. Alex Ben has been in college. Like Pantera, he's broken. Hello, Phil Osborne. Welcome to the chat. This is his first year on tour. Tiafoe already changing to a dry layer. Oh, Tiafoe, when you watch him, like his bench, where he sits between, whatever his little bench area, is completely a mess. He has so many towels, double fault for Shelton to kick off this game. So he's got to be careful here. He just broke, wants to consolidate. 2 double faults each so far. But yeah, Tiafoe's bench area is an absolute mess, like a bomb exploded. There's tons and tons of shirts and towels, and he goes through quite a bit, that guy. All right, Shelton. Ooh, with a beautiful forehand up the line. Tiafoe gets to that, floats one over, but Ben Shelton meets that ball at the net, volleys it home easily, and it's 15-all. Covey, today you're an honorary American. Let's go, baby. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I'm very, very excited that we have a couple of African-American men in the quarterfinals in Arthur Ashe's Stadium. How cool. And it is a very, very big moment, I would say, and a very cool moment for these two guys specifically to be in it together. Love to see it. Very, very much love to see it. Happy to be an honorary American today, for sure. Shelton's white with pink stripe is the outfit of the tournament. The black with pink is a sweat-drenched mistake. Sweat-drenched mistake. I mean, he definitely is very drenchy, this guy. Oh my gosh. Shelton just served 143 mile an hour. It was not in. It was wide by about 2 feet, but it was 143, and the crowd started oohing and awing. Another double fault. So Shelton, 30-all here, but both points for Tiafoe came without having to do a single thing. 2 double faults. Phil Osborne, hands up. Hey, GG. Hey, Ghost of Gerolitis. Nice Pantera illusion. Nice way to use the word illusion. Hey, Kathy. Disagree wholeheartedly, Tommy. I'm loving this combo best. I like it a lot. I mean, yeah, the fact that he's sweating, that's going to be whatever he wears. But yeah, I like the color, especially at the beginning when he was more dry. But he still looks good. Tank top. Got the big muscles. Well, pretty big muscles. Huge serve. And that's game. He consolidates, folks. I want to see the MPHs on that. But the crowd is murmuring just from the speed of his serves, even when they're not going in. Well, let me see if I can find it. Anyways, let me hit that consolidation. But what is it? 138 mile an hour ace to end that game. Holy shnikes. All right. Francis is literally a hot mess, says Kathy. Covey and GTL peeps. Hey, this match looks like it will be as fascinating as advertised. Interesting styles and personalities. I'm enjoying. Hey, Gary, welcome, buddy. Always good to have you. Tiafoe bench looking like ninjas did a smash and grab. Greetings, Gary. Ghost. Kathy, I have to get up for work at 6:30 tomorrow, but I'm watching until the end. No matter what, I may end up getting fired, so I may be able to watch more of the Open. There you go. Funny. Hey, Gary. Todd, 143. Get some. There you go. Tiafoe with a forehand on the +1, and it landed right on the baseline. He thought it might have been out, and his forehand goes into the net. Looks like he was not able to scoop that enough. Hope everything goes well. Canada mapping. Shelton had some cupping on his. I was gonna say it looks like either that or someone bruised him, but it's too symmetrical. So I was wondering about that. Nice eye, Kathy. Tiafoe forehand, backhand Shelton. Tiafoe forehand, backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Now forehand Shelton. Oh my God, you guys! Shelton is ripping the ball like kind of like Alcaraz or even harder. His forehands are ridiculous. Backhand slice Shelton, backhand slice Tiafoe. Now Shelton, forehand cross court, crazy angle, backhand up the middle from Tiafoe. Now Tiafoe with a drop shot. Shelton gets there, pushes it up the line and takes the point and roars, and so does the crowd. There were 2 forehands in that rally, folks, that made the crowd ooh and ah and kind of gasp in the middle of the rally. Insanity. This guy hits the ball. His forehand is ridiculous. Show it again. They're showing the replay at the end of the rally, which makes sense because it was a pretty long rally. But wow. Did you guys see that? Are there any courts in America named after Sampras, Agassi, McEnroe? Good question. I'm sure there are in certain smaller places. None that I know of in like the tournaments in the States. Could be wrong. Canada Mapping, just tell your employee that you had a tennis emergency. Yeah, black and pink is still cool, Kathy. Yeah, I agree. Ben with the powerful serves and the forehands. I much prefer Ben's kit to Francis's. I'm not big on the sleeveless look. But they are both sleeveless in this case. But I get what you're saying. I don't mind the sleeveless look. I never was able to pull it off, but yeah, if you got the arms, my arms are decent, but I'm also a hairy dude, so I actually got hair on my shoulders. Kind of hilarious when I like take my shirt off, like in between sets in tennis or when I'm playing pickleball. People are like, "Oh my god, you're hairy as Gobi." Hey, Gary, Max, Alex, Todd, Amy, Tommy, etc. GG. Got it, Todd. Hey, Ghost, Tommy. The reason Wimbledon enforces the all-white rule is because it was considered unsavory to see women sweat. White, as you alluded, hides sweat. Bring on the sweat. It's human. All right, Shelton looking to go up a double break here as he has a 30-40 advantage on the Tiafoe serve. Interesting developments here, folks. Nice serve up the tee, return up the middle, and backhand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, backhand slice Tiafoe, and it lands just wide into the alleyway. Shelton up a double break, 5-2, and will serve for the set after this changeover. Wow.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton, Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town, he's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton, Ben Shelton, Shelton.
Phil Osborne saying Big Folk can't handle this pace. Yeah, it looks like right now he's having a little bit of difficulty. Okay, I can see now that Shelton is more than a big serve. Yes, believe me, folks, this guy is going to be around for a minute or many. I knew you would love it, Todd. He is dynamic. Kathy, thumbs up. This is all very surprising to me. Faux sweats like this year round. Yes, he does. Every single tournament, every match, he is completely drenched. Todd, I agree. I found Ben so unimpressive in Cincy, but he's obviously an incredible athlete. LOL, Covey, I have to assume Gobi has a bit more hair. I mean, she has a bit more, a little bit more. It's time for Billie Jean King commercials on ESPN. See, the beauty of watching on betting sites is it's just a live feed the whole time. There's no commentary, but I can hear the players, like they're mic'd up, and you can hear the umpire and the crowd, but there's no commentary and no commercials, which I just love. Commercials, I'm one of those guys who mutes commercials. I don't want all that stuff to go in my mind all the time. Tiafoe looking rattled. Yeah, I think he'll probably be okay. I mean, it's no guarantee that he's gonna come through the match or anything, but I think he'll find his way to comfort in this match. But right now, Shelton, jump on it, buddy. Good job. Yes, Phil, there's a reason bodybuilders oil up before posing competition. Sweat does the same. Gary, did you catch Novak's domination today? Gary saying, I'm thinking Ben's dad as coach may be a big deal. He has such a presence as a person, so wise and knowledgeable. They could be a force. Yeah, and you always know that a parent is looking out for the best interest. Well, I mean, maybe that's not always true, but In this case, I definitely feel that's true. Ben getting all rackets restrung. That's because he probably puts. I mean, this guy's crazy. The power, the sheer power is nuts. Tennis Channel Plus feeds do not have ads. There you go. That's good. At least when you're paying for something, they don't make you see ads. Wait, what seed was Shelton? Well, he's not seeded in the tournament. In the 142-mile-an-hour serve that went long, but again, the crowd started, they murmur a little bit, like, what the hell are we watching? Good second serve, backhand Tiafoe, backhand slice Shelton, backhand Tiafoe up the line to the backhand. Oh, no, it goes long. Shelton up 30-love, 2 points away from a 1-set-to-love lead. 118-mile-an-hour second serve, you guys. Second serve. That's like normal for him. Sorry, you asked me what seed is Ben Shelton. He's number 47 in the world right now. And Big Foe is number 10, right on the money. Folks, we have a goal here to get 100 likes, and we even have a special video made for getting to 100 likes. So if you haven't done so, please consider liking this video, and then also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. You can join us whenever we go live, which will be every single day until a woman and a man lifts the trophies here in New York City. Yep, we are going, baby. So unseated, thank you. Ben's dad coached a successful college tennis team. But he was like 38. What is going on here? We need to... Tiafoe is getting gojoed. Okay, it is now 40-15 Ben Shelton. He has 2 set points. I bet you he's just going to try and serve an absolute rocket off of his string right now. He's probably juiced up with adrenaline, thinking, oh my God, I'm about to win a set in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Set point. I'm just looking at the shot clock. Forget about the ball, or the speed clock. It's 127 miles an hour out wide. Tiafoe cannot handle it. And it is the boy they call Shelton, who is up 1-set-to-love in 40 minutes of action here. Quarterfinals, night session, Arthur Ashe under the lights. Boy, we are in for a treat, folks. This is money. Just seeing no seed makes me very uncomfortable. Well, again, this is his first year on the tour. He played college tennis, so he hasn't been on the tour. He hasn't had enough time to build up a ranking. Todd, fortunately, my work did not interfere with Novak. Taylor, Novak psyched out Taylor one more time, but he also locked down on all the big points as usual. Yep, that's very Novakian. Kathy, that was kind of my point about Ben's dad. He was also a pretty good player besides being a coach. Yes, Ben is dropping bombs right now. He is juiced up, you guys. This guy is excited. Nice, Gary. Do you feel Novak and Alcaraz are on a collision course? Good question. Good question. I feel like Alcaraz will have potentially a more difficult time against Zverev than either Medvedev or Rublev. That's my opinion. Cubby, if you had to bet your house now, who would you pick to win? It's a very, very hard question. I mean, Ben right now looks like a truck, and Tiafoe looks like a deer in the road. So right now, if I had to bet my house, the most recency bias answer ever, I'm going to say Shelton. But again, I know how athletic and how much endurance and how long Tiafoe can go for. Wouldn't be surprised. And again, I have him in 4. But right now, I see this probably going 5 or Shelton in 3 if he continues on this way. Again, it's not easy to redline. I mean, I don't even know if he's necessarily redlining for him. I think he kind of is. It's not like he's not missing anything, and, he's definitely missing some shots here and there. But he's just overpowering Tiafoe right now in a way that I was not expecting at all. Oh, okay, Gary. talking about the coaching situation of the Sheltons. I didn't know he was a good. Yeah. Apparently, he was a very good player. R.I.P. my Tiafoe and 3 prediction. LOL, Todd. Todd, I do, but I'm not counting Sasha out completely. He is competing. He is competing big match time, so I'm fascinated for that match. Yeah, the one thing that makes me think that Alcaraz is going to come through in that one, and by the way, I will be calling that tomorrow night, GTL night session, second match of the night session. Tiafoe serving here to kick off set number 2. He's down a set, only winning 2 games in that last one. But after watching Zverev just get gassed and being just physically tired in the middle of like the second and beginning of the third set, I just don't know if he has enough to hang with Alcaraz, unless he just comes out on fire and maybe takes a set right away, give him some confidence and some juice, adrenaline. But that really kind of surprised me yesterday, because when Sinner was cramping, it was like, okay, this match is over. But then Zverev was just dead. He was completely he looked like a pirate who came out of the water after living at the bottom of the ocean for 20 years. Tiafoe Shelton says Ted from Finland, 3 hours and 20 minutes, and he says it's going to go to Tiafoe. He's going to lose 2-6. Good prediction. And then he's going to win 6-3. Wait, how does that make sense? Wait. Oh, you think Shelton's going to take... Sorry, Shelton in 4. Okay. First smile from Ben. I predict a steamrolled second set. Shelton looks laser focused and calm. Dangerous. Good point. And Tiafoe holds to love. So good start for one of the 2 Americans here. Big Foe, the last year's semifinalist. Game to love. First one of the match here, folks. Ben is like a runaway train. Shelton has played 2 or 3 4-setters. I know he's only dropped 3 sets. Actually, let me look that up really fast. So this is how Shelton has done in this tournament. He won in 4 against Kashin. Dominic Thiem retired after Shelton was up 1 set to love. So he only played 1 set there. Lost 1 set to Karatsev. Lost 1 set to Tommy Paul. So he's only dropped 3 sets so far. I don't see Novak losing in the semis, although the matchup against either of these guys will be very interesting. Yeah, I agree with you there, Gary. I don't think Shelton has maybe the experience just yet to take on a Novak. He's taking on a top 10 player right now. He's doing pretty well. But Novak's a different ball game. I think Tiafoe would have a better time, but I don't think he would make it through. Gary, I hope so. Zverev seems to be just about at his pre-injury level. Yeah, but again, I think maybe just that fitness part. I agree, Kathy agrees with me on that. The Zverev point. I was very surprised. I was not expecting him to be that gassed. But maybe it had to do with the conditions a little bit. But I was still very surprised. He was keeling over. He had a time violation. All right, we're into a nice rally. Backhand Tiafoe. Forehand Shelton, backhand Tiafoe. This time up the line attempt, but it goes into the alleyway, and it's 30 love. So Shelton's starting to cruise on his service games, you guys. Hey, Covey, missed the start of the match. How is the quality so far? Didn't expect this result. Ben Shelton is on fire. There's Kevin sorry, is it Kevin Eubanks? Why am I blanking right now? Eubanks. Chris Eubanks. Why did I say Kevin? Chris Eubanks is in the crowd, front row, watching his 2 buddies. Shelton first serve into the net, 30 love though. And we are on serve 0-1 early in set number 2. Second serve Shelton. Oh man, that one had a high bounce. Tiafoe handled it easily though. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton into the net, and it's 30-15. The quality has been awesome. Ben Shelton has been on fire. He's been hitting crazy forehands and serves. He's been hitting into the 140s several times on his serve. Some of his shots are making the crowd ooh and ah midpoint. So yeah, he's kind of just doing like an onslaught right now. And a nice easy +1 inside out forehand winner from the lefty from Florida. And he's up 40-15. Peaches saying hello, Covey and GTL fam. Hello, Peaches. Good evening to you. Any tennis today live, or is it all on TV? I don't know. I think you were mentioning the prices are getting crazy here. Greetings, Peaches. 2 more shits, and my Shelton prediction is right, says Cap. There you go with the wink, wink. Hey, Todd. Ben will lose his edge if Big Foe gets the crowd behind him, says Sentil Achari. Okay, interesting prediction. Very, very grateful for you joining our chat, my friend Sentil. Todd, I know I'm going against the grain, but I like Sasha. I try to keep it to tennis. As a tennis player, he is a consummate professional. He absolutely loves what he does. Yeah, again, I just don't see it. I don't. I mean, maybe a set I could see. I can't see him winning more than a set. Maybe if he serves completely lights out. But yeah, anyways, we don't have to see the same thing. Shelton can pull off a Runa against Djokovic. That would be interesting. I'm not really sure, but it would be fun to watch Novak return 145 mile an hour serves, because I know that he would, from the beginning to the end of the match, he would somehow figure out ways to do so. Novak is like a brick wall. Hey, Gary, and hi, Gary, and like Sasha too. So Peaches like Sasha as well. So Peaches, do you think there's a shot? Yeah, I guess. I mean, some people definitely are saying Zverev has a shot. I mean, I don't know. And when people say he's a consummate professional and all that, when Juan Carlos Ferrero was his coach, they talked about, there's some articles and stuff that I read where there's mention that they're more interested in like staying at nice hotels than worrying about getting to practice on time and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily agree. I don't know if anyone knows firsthand about his professionalism or not, but I don't necessarily agree with people saying that all the time, because I've never really seen it like being exceptionally greater than anyone, like the big three. I don't think he's at that level or anything. Tsitsipas and Paula are making love on a yacht, not watching the U.S. Open. Gary, shame on you. No Peaches. Phil, Paula wouldn't return my calls. Don't want to think about that. All right, Tiafoe. Ooh, +1 backhand, and he had to crouch down for that. It was right near his feet, and it's 30 all. So Shelton just constantly putting pressure on Big Foe. All right, outfit time for Big Foe. He's got white wristbands, Nike on either wrist, white Nike headband. He's got this green shirt. It's a sleeveless. It's a tank top, and it's green base with a lot of like the southwesterny kind of pastel-y colors. There's some clay color, pink in there, some turquoise, and then he's got dark green shorts, and he's got bright red shoes and white socks. Novak makes the final. It's not automatic. Neither Carlos nor Daniil nor Sasha are going to be afraid of him. They've all taken him down. Yeah. Although if Zverev faces Novak in the final, I'm saying Novak in 3, maybe 4. I think Novak would probably take Daniil because I feel like he wants revenge specifically at the U.S. Open for blocking a calendar slam. And then Alcaraz, I think that's a toss-up right now. 50-50, that's what I'd say in that scenario. All right, Tiafoe played some defense on that and hit a nice squash shot, but Shelton meets it at the net, puts away an easy volley forehand. The lefty does, and it is now breakpoint opportunity. So Shelton really looking to take a stranglehold on this match here, folks. And it's 30-40 Tiafoe serving. First serve is into the net. Better be careful here. Second serve now for Shelton to take a look at. Looking for a break early in the second set. Backhand return. Forehand Tiafoe. Now backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Shelton makes way to the net. Volleys nice and deep. But he's passed with a beautiful backhand off the strings of Tiafoe. And he saves a break point in spectacular fashion. Shelton did pretty much everything right there. The approach was good. He's ripping backhands almost as hard as his forehands, you guys, which is kind of scary. But Tiafoe's backhand there was just a little bit better. Novak is not human, more like a brick wall with AI built in. Novak will potentially get to the final without having to play Medvedev, Sinner, Zverev, Runa, Ruud, Berrettini, Rublev, Hurkacz. Well, it's not his fault. That's just how it is. And honestly, the competition's honestly not that great at the top right now. There's 2 players that are definitely at the top. There's a third player who's definitely third. And then there's just a whole bunch of whatevers underneath. And I know that sounds really like whack and rude, but it's true. There's a whole bunch of just whatever players. There's no Hewitts and Roddicks and things like that. You know, there's just like the top, and then there's a big drop off. There was a show, Tennis United, during COVID, where they interviewed players about different things, and a handful of guys said Zverev was most likely to be late to practice. There you go. Those are the things that I've heard more. I've heard people like on Twitter and you know, commenters say, oh, he's very professionalism, but I've never actually seen it in practice, and I've heard otherwise. Again, I don't know from experience either, but this is, you can only, Shelton barely got that one up. It's advantage Tiafoe though, so he saved a break. LOL, the narcissist saying he's better so he doesn't have to play by their rules. Gary, I think you're wrong about Sasha since his return. I think the injury made him appreciate what's necessary to be great. That win last night was fabulous. Yeah, I don't think he would have won, actually, if Sinner wasn't cramping. Yeah, I really don't see that. I think Sinner... I felt like there was a moment where, like, Sinner... Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Yes, Gary, last night's win enforces the narcissism that he is better, which last night he was, but that's not always. I was impressed with Sasha game last night. He is back, says Peaches. Dennis, I think Novak is human off the court, downright inhuman on court. Anyone that shows concern for his opponent, like Zverev did last night with Sinner, is okay with me. I mean, again, I think most players show concern when their opponent has cramps, but yeah. The moment I found Zverev is living with diabetes, I instantly had more sympathy for him. Yeah, I mean, definitely that's a thing. I mean, I know a whole bunch of athletes that I follow, like NHL players and stuff, have a few of them have diabetes and stuff. I mean, it makes you feel for the human, but the tennis player for me is separate. You think Tiafoe may have been initially taken off guard? I mean, I think he knows, these guys know each other well. They're buddies. They're literally friends, you know, like they had a really good podcast, or I don't know what it was, but an interview with Eubanks and these 2 guys having dinner, just shooting the SHIT and having a great time. And I don't think that there's too many surprises. I just think that Shelton is kind of showed up ready to go, and Tiafoe maybe just wasn't as much. Cameras, Dennis. Cameras. And I think Kyrgios is the biggest drinker on tour. I think he used to definitely be. Maybe he still is. I wouldn't really know. That's not something that I've been around enough. No, Todd, they practice. Kyrgios admits that. Alex. Kathy, I don't doubt that Sasha might not sustain it, but he has been big time great in this tournament. How is he? Yeah, what has his path been? Because I didn't really think about him until yesterday, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that who did he play? Played Vukic, Altmaier, Dimitrov, and Sinner, and he dropped a set to Altmaier, dropped a set to Dimitrov, and 2 to Sinner. So yeah, he's been, I mean, I wouldn't say he's been otherworldly or anything special, but yeah, that's a decent little run, I guess. Zverev's brother Misha always seemed like a nice guy. All right, Shelton, serve and volley, backhand volley is a good one, and he's up 15-0 real quick. Kathy, that makes perfect sense. Yes. I miss Misha's serve and volley. Me either, Covey. He was under the radar, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, when I remember there was a GTL stream, I think I was I don't know what it was, but I was talking to someone. Maybe I think I was commenting while watching a stream that Ben was doing. And my question was, does Zverev have a chance against Sinner in the round of 16? And then I said, I do at the time. Yesterday, I picked Sinner in 5 because I thought that he would win that one. But I remember that was the first time I thought about Zverev in regards to the context of this tournament. And then I didn't really think about him until like watching the match yesterday. So he's not always a compelling watch for me. Like a guy like Shelton to me is more compelling, more exciting to watch. Zverev is compelling when his serve is on and his backhand is really firing. Again, I haven't seen that since pre-injury. I do think he is getting to the level pre-injury. But I also think that the guys around him are some of them have kind of gotten to a level that they weren't there when he was it's like some people have progressed and he's gotten back to where he was. So he's got to contend with those people as well as the people who were already there before as well. Anyway, Shelton hit 138-mile-an-hour unreturned serve for 2-all here in the second set. So continuing to drop bombs. It's Shelton. Tiafoe, no slouch in that department either. 128, although the serve was long there. I also don't have any sympathy for the cramping stuff. Yannick is still not great in the biggest moments. I hope he can figure out. Yeah, he's not able to when it get again. I've said this many times. When you turn the match physical, Yannick Sinner does not show up as well as like say a guy like Runa. Like Runa will have cramps, but he'll find a way to win a match. And I'm not saying Sinner should have won that match yesterday with cramps. The situation's different. Good rally here going on. Backhand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe off the tape, and it lands. Oh, on the Shelton side, he gets to it, and then he does a little slice right to Tiafoe. Tiafoe lobs over him, but it goes long. So it's love 15. That was a good rally, though. Sinner definitely, you turn the match physical. He hasn't proven that he can overcome that yet. I agree with you there for sure, Gary. Remember the times when players used to light up a cigarette at the changeover? Yeah, they always used to say hockey players, in the locker room between periods would smoke up, or in the penalty box. Why didn't you guys do live stream for the Mukova match? It's not, sometimes it depends on the players and how many people are likely to tune in. But also a lot of it has to do with whether people are available, because our commentators are all over the world. Ben and JG are in England. Sometimes it's really, really late for them. Sometimes they have work. Sometimes I have work, whatever, right? So it's not that we can do every match every day, but we definitely get the biggest matches all the time. We'll find ways to do that. Is Shelton doing cumping? That's what Kathy said. And I would definitely go with Kathy's word on that. She seems to know what she's talking about. We got a rally going, but the forehand from Shelton goes long, and it is 15-all. The original sponsor of WTA was Virginia Slims, a cigarette company. Yes, Cap, he is. I've had cupping. It works. I have a feeling it's going to be a 1-2-3 for Shelton. I mean, I could see Tiafoe waking up here, and I think if he can get the crowd behind him a little bit, and they will want to. Say if he's down 2-0 and they want to watch more tennis, they will get behind him. So I don't think it's over just yet. Don't underestimate the players in the crowd in New York, but definitely Shelton is the guy right now. If we're talking about who's the guy on the court, it is Shelton. Come on, Covey, you need to give it up. Sasha was almost even money to beat Rafa at Roland Garros when he got it. Yeah, he was. He was amazing. He won Olympic gold. He'll be top 5 again, and he will be a force. Gary, call me when he gets a major. Covey, do you have the link to GTL Discord? Yeah, it's in our description box below. I heard Ben mention it, and I'd like to connect with everyone on there. Okay. Yeah, just look in the description box, my friend. I can't watch the match. Just have ESPN Plus. Doesn't show the matches on the 2 main courts. That's what the heck? That's crazy. How did Shelton break Tiafoe twice in the first set? He was going full blazes on forehand. Yes, he was. And his serve was crazy too. He's just been on. He's starting. I think Tiafoe's starting to figure him out a little bit though, starting to match his level, or maybe Shelton's. I'm not saying he's coming down or playing worse, but he started dominating that first set really badly after 2-all. And he Like he's held his own, but he's not doing that right now. Tiafoe with a big serve +1 forehand inside in winner from the middle of the court. And we are again on serve here. Ben Shelton will serve 2-3 after the changeover. Let's see here. Well, the crowd here at least is getting a little, I don't know. I think maybe the night session so far potentially has been a little bit better. Coco, of course, winning 6-love, 6-2 in the first match of the day. Novak winning 1-4-4. I did not watch. I watched the most of the first set, but when Fritz was kind of laying an egg at the beginning, I wasn't really feeling it, and I was like, I need to get exercise. So I went out and played pickleball, and then did not watch the rest of that match. I was messaging with Ben, and he said that unfortunately the first two matches of the day were not too much drama, but it looks like we're going to have a little bit of electricity going on. Tiafoe starting to find a little bit of rhythm. The Muchova match also was Muchova winning against Kirstea 6-love and 6-3. And so there was another bagel in the other women's quarterfinal. But sometimes that's how it goes, folks. Sometimes it's how it goes. Zverev best surface is clay. Yeah, there you go. That's another thing I would agree with. Definitely Gary was right saying that he was shot for shot with Nadal until he got hurt. Definitely. I was watching that match and it was very impressive. Is he at that level now? I don't think so. Not here in this, like on the hard courts. But anyways, we're going to find all this stuff out. He's playing tomorrow against Alcaraz. And we will find out. Is he back? Is he going to take that? I mean, he has beaten Alcaraz in a major, the only time they played. He has a 3-2 overall against him. Alcaraz has creamed him a couple of times in 3 setters, 6-1, 6-3, and then 6-1, 6-2. But again, Zverev did beat him last year at the French Open. So he has the 1-0 advantage in Grand Slams. Shelton, serve +1, and then he comes to the net. Overhead from Shelton. Ooh, it's long, but wow, that was a lot of power on that one. So Shelton under some pressure here. Love 30 on his serve. Okay. Sun Liang saying, I can see a tight 5-setter here. It would be nice. It would be pretty awesome. I would agree with you. I am hoping for that, my friend. Hoping for a 5-setter. Okay, first serve is a let. Folks, we're at 54 likes, and we've got about 125 people in here. If you haven't done so, please like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And then you can join us whenever we go live by hitting that notification bell. Yep. Oh, Tiafoe tried to pass Shelton as he made his way to the net, but doesn't matter because Shelton's backhand volley goes into the net, and it is a triple break point opportunity for Frances Tiafoe. Looking to make his move now, 1 hour and 6 minutes into this one. Shelton has only faced 1 break point so far. He saved it. First serve is long, so Shelton. Second serve here. Tiafoe looking for the break. Maybe smells a little blood in the water. Shelton with a volley off the sideline. Ooh, very close. Too close for comfort. But it still landed in. Saves 1 break point. It's 15-40. Nice return from Tiafoe there. And then Shelton with this downward darting slice volley. Very nice. And again, skids off the sideline. Tiafoe was hoping it didn't, but it did. Here we go. 15-40. First serve is a good one out wide. Nice return cross court. Now, Forehand up the line, Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe up the line. And he gets it. It's a winner. And he breaks for the first time in the match. It's now 4-2 Tiafoe. And he's the first one to break here in set number 2. All right. Oh, Francis, what you do to me. Do you see Rude winning a slam? I don't, not right now. If Nole retires and Alcaraz like loses in a draw and he gets like some favorable thing, yeah, maybe. But I don't like while those two guys are around, I don't see Rude winning one. He can't handle either of them. Kathy, I wish we could see more of that. Too many matches with players wearing the exact same ensemble. Yeah, I agree. She's the designer, I believe, Gary. Mom actually makes them. Talking about Ostapenko's outfits. So I'm going to have to skip through here a little bit. All right, here we go. Good serve, Tiafoe. Return up the middle. Now forehand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, and it's long. So Tiafoe, after losing the first point on his serve, wins the second, 15-all. Did anyone mention Miss Mukhova before I joined? I think she's the most fundamentally sound tennis player on either tour right now. Her game is gorgeous. Yeah, we talked about her a little bit earlier in the stream. Very, very good effort. I was saying earlier that well-deserved. She was to qualify for Miami, and now she's top 10 in the world. She was 230 last year around this time, or about 13, 14 months ago. And I really am going to be happy for whoever wins between her and Coco Gauff. I'm really going to be sad for whoever loses. I think they both are absolutely deserved. And yeah, she's definitely... It's great to see that someone coming through being resilient after injury. And yeah, definitely very technically sound. And again, Czech women, if you're a Czech woman, as Kathy said, you're born with a tennis racket in your hand. Do you see Rude winning at 250? Exclusively, I do, yes. Joker will destroy Tiafoe in 3. Yeah, I would say I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. I could see Tiafoe taking it a set. I don't know if he could take much more. Maybe the crowd could help him get a second set. And Shelton with a ripper forehand up the line and then yells really loud because he now has a double break opportunity. His pops cheering in the crowd. So looking for that boomerang break, trying to get it right back. When Medal comes back, that's another player Rude can't handle. Yeah, I would agree with you there. Although very, very curious to see what level Nadal can come back to. Can he come back to Grand Slam winning level, which is a tough task? I mean, if anyone can, he would probably be on that list. It's going to be tough, but yeah. Jamie, especially on clay. Gary, yes, love Mukhova. She's an all-round player and not afraid to play top players. I tried playing tennis for the first time after watching tennis for years. Well, it's as hard as I imagined it. Yeah, but it's a fun game. Sometimes you get the itch. I mean, I've had many years of my life where the only thing I could think of was just wanting to hit a tennis ball, just wanting to rip forehands or just play tennis. It's a great game. I know it's early, but what are your predictions for the finals, both men and women's? Final? I think it's gonna. Here, let me take a look here just to be sure. I think in the end it's gonna be Alcaraz and Novak, and I think on the women's side it'll be Sabalenka and I feel like Mukhova might take it. So it might be Sabalenka Mukhova. That's what I think. If you're asking me to make a prediction. Tiafoe saves 2 break points. Deuce here now. I was crying inside. LOL, son. Alcaraz calendar slam. I mean, I think it's a little early to be talking about that. He's never even won the Australian Open before, so obviously he's only 20 and two-time Grand Slam champion. He's looking. It's looking like it might be possible, but it's just way, way, way too early to tell. I mean, who knows who's going to come up? Maybe Shelton starts winning Grand Slams. Maybe another kid in 1 or 2 years out of nowhere, comes out or something like that, or starts, you know what I mean? And then, of course, as long as Novak's around, I don't know if it's going to be that easy either. So I think it's definitely possible in his career with the way that he's looking and all the stuff. But that is something probably wouldn't bet on right now because it's just too difficult. I mean, look at Novak. I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard. He got as close as can possibly be. All right, Big Foe, the great serve out wide. Shelton can't handle it. Tiafoe holds, and Shelton unable to break back, and it is consolidation city for Tiafoe. Tiafoe, come on. I wish Novak could hit an overhead like Carolina. I mean, if that's one of your worst kind of issues, that's not a bad issue to have because he still hits 8 out of 10. I always thought that people overblew the overhead on Nole. Like if anyone here thinks that you could just beat him by making him hit overhead after, that's not going to happen. He's going to put most of them away. It's just that it's maybe not his smoothest shot. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know you're saying that tongue in cheek, Jerry. Gary. Rafa won't come back if he doesn't think he can win. Any tournament he plays for one reason, to win. I miss Rafa. Todd and Cincy Muhova melted in the sun against Coco. I think she'll do better this time, especially if they play at night. And I believe, Gary, that match is scheduled for 7 p.m. So the first of the night matches on that night. Me too, Canada. Why do I sense Alcaraz and Shelton will both win a lot of slams? I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I've been saying I think that the crop of kids that have chances right now, Alcaraz, Shelton, Sinner, Runa. Last year I had Jack Draper in there, and he did have a good run here. Still need him to get more healthy, though, overall. Don't worry, son. My first few shots were more like baseball shots. The balls were flying over the fence and onto busy road. Recovery of the balls was always an adventure. Todd saying, Gary, yes. And temperature should cool down by then as well. I'm taking Muhova in 3. Muhova was having issues tonight. Kristea is no Coco, just saying. Will we see Rafa in Australia? That is the dream, Jamie. That is what I hope for. Would love to see him back in Australia. Tomorrow morning, we got quarterfinal action. Sabalenka versus Zheng Xinwen at 9 a.m., followed by Medvedev-Rublev right after that. And then the night session kicks off with Vondrosova and Madison Keys. That's 7 p.m. in New York City, followed by Alcaraz-Zverev, which I will be calling right here on the Game to Love Tennis Podcast channel. Shelton up 15 love, serving a 130-mile-an-hour bomb that goes long. Second serve. Ooh, he tried to go even harder. He went from 130-mile-an-hour first serve to 131-mile-an-hour second serve, and it's a double fault. Wow. Possibly, I think that's the plan regarding Rafa. Do you think Rafa is going to continue after if he does Australia? I mean, yeah. If he plays in Australia, that means he's going to be back on the tour probably for one last year. That's what he said, I think, didn't he? When he kind of mentioned that he wasn't going to play at the French Open, he said he's going to be his last year next year. Pretty sure that's kind of the gist of what he said. Back then, topspin was an unknown concept to me. Yeah, it's if you don't know, if you're first time playing tennis and you're trying to do a topspin, it's not going to work. If I was Rafa, I'd focus on RG. Hope so, and even more so if Novak doesn't win here, an opportunity to equalize. Oh, so you're thinking that Nadal might have a shot to tie Novak still. I haven't heard that sentiment in quite a while, actually. Interesting. First time I've kind of heard that. I read that Rafa went to Barcelona to see the doctor. Does anyone know how that went? The result of that could tell the tale. Not sure. Gary, haven't heard anything about that. Shelton says, Alex, there will be a page out of Bublik's book on the second serve. Rafa said his plan is to come back strong, play next year, and probably call it after. But if he does really well, who knows? He loves to compete. All right, serving for the set is Francis Tiafoe. He is down 1-0. So here we go. If Shelton wants to take a 2-0 lead, this is where he has to make his move. First serve is wide. Second serve is good. Backhand return. Forehand Big Foe. Forehand Shelton goes long. 15-love. Whatever he does, I'm going to have to find a new favorite player for the second time. Uh-oh. Well, good luck with that, buddy. Sorry, Covey. I picked Zheng to beat Jabeur. Why are you apologizing to me? You should apologize to Jabeur. I believed in Jabeur. Yeah. Rafa is retiring from tennis to play for Barcelona. Yeah, I heard he's a really good footballer, actually. Oh, Shelton with a beautiful passing shot. Big Foe puts a crazy spin off the court drop shot, and Shelton races over to it and pushes it over the high part of the net, and it's 15-all. If Novak's only one ahead, I have hope, but if Novak wins 24 here, it's done. Yeah, for sure. I'd agree with you there. Tiafoe serve and volley, 30-15. Todd saying, sorry, don't think Nadal will ever catch Novak now. Yeah, I don't think so either, I'm being very honest. Rafa had a choice to play tennis and football. I guess you could say he made the right choice. So that's why he went to Barcelona, huh? Okay. Tiafoe 30-15, 2 points away from a 1-all level here in this match. And the return goes wide. Triple set point for Big Foe. Oh my God, what a shot. Kathy talking about that passing shot off the drop. The crazy sideways drop shot from Tiafoe. Hey, why did my thing freeze? Stop freezing. Hey, not cool. It's set point here, buddy. Oh, looks like we got a second serve. Good. Backhand return cross court. Forehand Tiafoe into the net. Not done yet. 40-30 now. Definitely, Gary. That's why I'm sorry, Cubby. You picked Ons to win it all. Yeah, but you mentioned that yesterday, my friend. I don't lose any sleep if I miss a prediction, my friend. Like I'm not like attached to it to the point where I'm like worried about it. Ben and JG asked us to make predictions, and I just grabbed my phone. I was on the tennis court, and I just said two players that I thought was going to win. If they don't win, it's not going to bother me. So don't you worry about me, Todd. You're allowed to choose players to beat the players that I predict, and it's not going to make me worry at all. Anuj Singh saying, how many tennis seats? Not sure what that means. What has been the best slam this year so far in terms of matches? I feel like Australia, although again without Alcaraz, was kind of, for me personally, I was really bummed because I was excited for him. I don't know. Maybe Wimbledon? I'm trying to think of other matches besides like what were the big matches in the big tournaments? Iga winning the French was kind of, everyone was having that prediction. Sabalenka winning Aussie was very dramatic. Very good run. I feel like I want to say Australian Open. Yeah. If Novak doesn't win here and Rafa turns up healthy, the AO and Roland Garros will be epic next year. Yeah, I would agree with that. Set point Tiafoe, says Kathy. Yeah, it is over. Tiafoe has won it. It is won at 6-3. Actually, let's hit the button for him. Big Foe. One set apiece here in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open.
I'm going to make a whole song called Francis. I'm bringing it out soon.
Francis, what you do to me? Tiafoe, bo, bo, bo. Francis, what you do to me? Tiafoe, bo, bo, bo.
Ooh. Maybe Ons has a chance in Australia. Who will win? I predicted Tiafoe win in 4. So that's what I'm going with. I would have been laughing if Covey said before the tournament, and my women's winner is Mukhova, folks. Actually wouldn't have been a bad one. I like the AAO the most. Yeah, I remember the atmosphere was really good. I didn't mention Ons match yesterday. It must have been someone else. No, but you said sorry for your Ons pick yesterday. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to keep repeating that. Is what I'm saying. Like I said, it doesn't bother me, right? There's 128 players. You pick one. You not always gonna pick them right. So that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to worry about me. I'm not. You don't have to be sorry that my pick didn't win. Is what I'm trying to say. What does the crystal ball say, Anuj? The women's final AAO was epic, so good, and the tournament as a whole. Who's more likely to win a slam, Zverev or Jabeur? Ons Jabeur for sure. Zverev does not have the mental capacity to win, I don't believe. Amazing beat, says King Adjust. I agree. AO was best. French was dead before it started. Semi was a letdown. Yeah, for sure. I think that's what made the French Open not as good on the men's side, for sure. The Alcaraz cramps, because everyone was so much excited for that. Gary, I have to go with Zverev. I just don't see Zverev winning one. Maybe he will. Maybe if like when Novak retires, maybe same kind of situation as I mentioned earlier with like Ruud. But I just don't know if he has it. Well, time will tell, folks. I don't have the answers either. I'm just telling you what I personally think from what I've seen. You know, Ons Jabeur, I mean, she's 29, I think. How old is she? Let me double check her age. I think she's 29. Hold on, let me see. And also, I find that 29 years old. I also find that the women's side is a little bit more open. There's kind of like a wider crop of women that could win than there are of men. Like usually it looks like Hermione Granger is in the crowd, folks. Is that her? What's her? I forgot her real name, but she's the British in Harry Potter. Obviously, they're all British in Harry Potter, but yeah, Hermione Granger's in the house. Can't believe I don't know her name. Yeah, Ons Jabeur. So that's why I'd pick Ons Jabeur, just because there's a wider crop of players that have a chance to win on the women's side than on the men's side. Here's the real question: who wins the slam, Steph or Zverev? That's tough because I don't see either of them winning unless the stars completely align for both of them. The only way that could ever happen, I think, is if they met each other in a final. And boy, would that be an average final. The new story of tennis starts once Nole retires. Yeah, I think so too. It's going to open up a lane for someone else, or it's just going to be a few players kind of dominating. Yeah, that was yesterday. Fan ejected from U.S. Open for alleged Hitler remark. That was crazy. Jamie, Ons is a better bet than Steph. Yeah, I'd say Covey, I will be sorry if my picks don't win. I bet a little money on them. What were your picks again for like the winners? Emma Watson. Thank you, Emma Watson. Good, Alexander, says Kathy. In regards to the Hitler comment. All right, so Ben Shelton went for an outfit change. Big Foe just been chilling on court in the meanwhile. We are all level here. One set apiece. The crowd, no one has left yet. It's 10:49 in New York City. Will Nole? Oh wait, Rafa is a wild card, but I still say Carlos and Novak dominate slams through 2024. I would agree with you there. Will Nole retire on top winning a slam, or will he be on tour for like a year or two winning nothing and then retire? I don't see that happening. I think he'll. I don't see Nole playing if he's not going to win. But the thing is, it's hard for him not to believe. Like he's one of those guys who can like will himself. So it's kind of like a catch-22. But I don't think he'll be. I doubt he'd play a couple years without winning. Kind of. I'd be really surprised. Peach is saying it's a shame that players like Sasha, Steph, Rude waiting for the GOATs to retire to win a slam. That's why I like Carlos, Rude, and Benji. Ben, not afraid to play the GOATs. Different gen, I guess. Yeah, I would totally agree. I definitely have been disappointed by that next gen for quite a while, and one of the things that I don't like about them is that feeling that they were waiting for these guys to leave before they, you know what I mean? It was just like. It was almost like, okay, wait for these guys to go, and then there's no one else. It's like, well, no, that's not how it goes. The world will fill the vacuum, and if you don't do it, so they just, I don't know if they. I'm not gonna say they decided not to. I'm sure they tried, but how much? Who knows? So for those watching, I don't think Nole can go a year or two without winning. Yeah, I don't think so either. I have Novak versus the field on the men's side, and both Swiatek and Sabalenka versus the field on the women. Okay. I'm sorry for your Swiatek bet, Todd. I'm just kidding. All right, Tiafoe takes the first point on the Shelton serve to kick off set number 3. So Tiafoe again. He's found his groove. He's found his way. He got shell-shocked in the first set. It was level after 4 games, and then Shelton just took 4 straight games, just started kind of redlining for a while, ripping forehands, making the crowd ooh and ah. But Tiafoe has found his way back, and, you know, he's a top 10 player. I still think he has a good shot to win it in 4, but we have a lot of tennis yet to be played. 15-all as the backhand from the return goes into the net off the strings of Tiafoe's racket. First serve, Shelton, 15-all into the net. Okay, we're into a rally. Forehand Shelton. God, that's hard. Forehand chopped back from Tiafoe. Now forehand cross-court Shelton. Tiafoe with a cross-court backhand winner. Oh, my God. The angle he had was barely existent there, but he found it as Ben Shelton was closing the gap at the net there. But beautiful shot there from Tiafoe. That was a wonderful backhand cross-court winner. And it's now 15-30. So Tiafoe looking to put pressure right away here in set number 2. Sorry, set number 3. Shelton, here we go. First serve, just wide. Folks, trying to get to 100 likes. We are at about, we're at 56 right now. Please help us get there. And if you do, I will play the 100 like video. It is a doozy. Here we go. Second serve, Shelton. Up the middle, return up the middle from Tiafoe. +1 Shelton is a forehand inside in, and it's a winner, 30-all. Here, I have a feeling Novak will stop pretty soon after Rafa stops. So, for those watching, who's winning the third set? I'm going Tiafoe. Roddick retired as soon as he lost a few ranking spots and went down to 10th. Hewitt, however, played on for many years when he was well outside the top 20-30. Yeah, see, I don't think, like Andy Murray, Stan Wawrinka, those guys, I don't think Nole and Rafa are going to be on the same path as those guys. I think theirs is a different path. Tiafoe, with a forehand off the rally ball, goes long, and then Shelton with the big yell in delight, and he's up game point 40-30. So he looked like he was under some pressure, but has relieved it. Who is most likely to take the spot of Nole and Rafa once they retire? I think Alcaraz is in that conversation. I don't know who else is. I don't know if anyone else I would consider worthy to be in the conversation right now with those guys. Funny, Covey, I asked for Sabalenka, not expecting to get her, and now she might save me. Saba is awesome. I hope she... It would be sweet for her to go number one and win. And it would be, of course, her second Grand Slam after going like 0-4 in her first 4 Slam semifinals. She's been to the semis here as well. More than once, I believe. And she's one of my favorites for sure. Ben Shelton ripping some forehands from the back court, and the last one he ripped was too powerful. It went long, and it's a deuce now. So Tiafoe still with a chance to try and steal this first game. What beer is that? It's a low-carb beer called Prime Time. I think it's a local company here in Vancouver, or I don't know if it's Vancouver or just Canada. Brewed by Bridge Brewing Company. Yeah, North Vancouver. So it's a local company. Only 1.7 grams of carbs in an entire can. And normally there's about 12, 13 if you get like a regular. So that's what I've been drinking. No one will ever take Novak or Rafa's place as irreplaceable. I can't see Novak playing if he can't win a slam. If he doesn't do it for a year, I think he's done, but probably even sooner. All right, Tiafoe with the chance to break to kick off this third set. First serve is good. Backhand from Tiafoe. And the forehand from Shelton goes into the net. Tiafoe fist pumps to his box, walks to the bench, and he's up a break here. Level at 1 set apiece. Let's go. Jamie, I think the question of whether Nole can remain superhuman is huge. Could he still win slams till age 40? It's not impossible. I'm not sure, but that would be surprising for me. I don't know if I see that. It would be amazing. 4 years from now, I mean, that would be that would be pretty crazy. Medvedev or Meded, the smack dab. I don't see it at 40. Everyone has a sell-by date. Jamie, you're right. Rafa and Novak are just different mind-boggling tennis grades. All right. Ben Shelton's box, cheering him on. Go, Ben. Go, Ben. Time will tell, folks, about who's going to retire, who's going to play when, and who's going to win how many majors. That's the beauty of being a fan. Shelton with a ripper right at the body of Tiafoe. Tiafoe is making his way to the net. He volleys it, pops up for a short ball. Shelton gets to that and easily puts it away and takes the first point on the Tiafoe serve. Oh, by the way, I forgot to hit the break button. Gary Novak has taken fitness to unprecedented levels, but titles at 40 seems like a taller. If that guy wins a Grand Slam at 40, everyone else should retire and we should all play pickleball. Because that would be the most exquisite and unbelievable feat I think I could think of in tennis. Yes, the question is whether that's in 2024, 28, LOL. When does Novak drop off physically enough to be done? Didn't his dad say he only wants him to play one more year and then retire? I think I heard that recently. I read that recently. I think Novak will be done in 2025, maybe ending at Wimbledon or US Open. How cool would it be if Novak retired with a Wimbledon title? Like in a year or two. It'd be pretty amazing. Ties Roger with 8. Or maybe by then, in 2 years, maybe has 9. Novak in 4 years holding Grand Slam. I think 40 is the new 29. Yeah. Shelton up love 30 on the Tiafoe serve, looking to break right back. Good serve, block back return. Tiafoe backhand cross court. Shelton hits a forehand cross court winner. He had no business hitting that winner, and he goes crazy. His box goes crazy, and the crowd, I would say they go crazy, but they're cheering. That was a forehand of just a crazy angle. You're not expecting that, and it's now love 40. Shelton with 3 chances to break right back here in set number 3. Novak's dad said he should already be retired. LOL. There you go. Todd and Jamie. I'm not predicting anything, but who thought Brady would win Super Bowls in his 40s? People forget how incredible that was. Yeah. Tom Brady. Didn't he retire and then he like unretired like a month later? He won the Super Bowl, retired, and then unretired, I believe. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. He won a Super Bowl. Like, wasn't it against the? No, it wasn't against the Patriots. That would be too crazy. He won them. He won all of them. He won 6 with the Patriots and then 1 with the Buccaneers. I forgot who they beat, but yeah. Anyways, crazy stuff. Shelton with the break, and he asks the crowd for some love, and then he yells down, bends down to his knees, and yells in delight. Back on serve, 1 game apiece. It's a break for Shelton. Peach is saying, "Oh my God, what a shot!" Anyone got love for the doubles? I seriously prefer men's and mixed doubles to singles now. Honestly, no, not really. Funny enough, I like singles more in tennis, and I like doubles way more in pickleball. He unretired after meeting Ronaldo. Novak's dad will have less than nothing to say about when Novak retires. Hey, Peaches! M's in the Heezy. Super chat subscriber and all-around great human being. Covey, they beat Kansas. Oh, yes, of course. They beat Patrick Mahomes, who's my favorite. I just love that guy's attitude. He's always happy. He's always positive. He's always enjoying life. He's really like, yeah, he's just one of those guys who wakes up and says, today's going to be a great day. He's one of those guys, and I just love it. Peaches says, hey, M's, with 3 hand wave emojis. Shelton up 40 love, the big serving American. And when I say big, I mean massive. He hits 118 mile an hour second serves. He hits 144 mile an hour serves. 149 sometimes here in this tournament. Oh my God, 146 right now into the net. 100, and then the crowd just goes crazy when they see it. Not crazy, but oh my God. He just hit 140 mile an hour second serve long. So this guy's not scared. I mean, he's up 40 love, so it's not a bad time to try it. But I mean, come on. 146, 140 second serve. I think he knows that at 40 love, if he hits a 145 mile an hour serve, even on a second serve, the crowd will just go bonkers into the changeover, you know? So he's probably trying to like do it strategically, but got to be careful because now he's relinquished the next point and it went from 40 love to 40-30, and he just goes first serve into the net. So second serve now is a good one. Tiafoe return up the middle, forehand Shelton, and it's a winner, and he holds. And Shelton up 2-1, but we are on serve in the third set. Covey, the Bucks beat Mahomes and the Chiefs, but that wasn't when Tom retired. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm not as well versed in football. Definitely not. It's probably the least well versed. Well, baseball as well. I'm not really know much about baseball. I mean, I do know some stuff. I know like Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, and I know Vladimir Guerrero and Bautista's bat flip and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely hockey, tennis are my number 1, 2 by a heavy margin. Greetings, M's. says Todd. Morning, Covey. Good morning, Idemo lady. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, how did Shelton not go very deep at Wimbledon with this serve? I just think he's just not fully ready yet. There's Emma Watson, folks. Yep, I know her name. I don't just call her Hermione Granger. Baby Benji is doing his thing, says Peaches. Gary, right? Wasn't that the first year after signing with Tampa? Yeah, I believe he won it his first year. And then, sorry, Covey, I came in above, but you might have... Oh, sorry, I did miss it. Sorry, I'm loving these late matches. Same here. I know some people don't like the super late matches. I, being 3 hours behind New York City, I'm in a very advantageous position. But nonetheless, I just absolutely love them. I love them in Australia as well. 6 a.m. just in time, says Idemo lady. Hey, Todd, Tiafoe has a chance. Yes, he does. I'm still going with my pre-match prediction, Tiafoe in 4. Todd, and yes, Bucks won in Brady's first year. Insane. I mean, there was an MMA fighter called Glover Teixeira who became the champion of his division age 42, meaning he was the world's best fighter in that division, so why can't Joker do it? I mean, yeah, at 42, I think now we're getting a little bit crazy. But yeah, let's see. Ems, great to see you. Hi, Ems. Everyone's excited to see Ems' name in the chat, as am I. Tiafoe on serve 1-2 in the third set. We are tied at 1 set apiece. Winner faces Novak Djokovic, 23-time Grand Slam champion and undisputed in terms of numbers, GOAT of tennis on the men's side. And then on the other, we got a couple of quarterfinals tomorrow. And one of those two will face the winner of this or Novak in the final. Those other matches I'm talking about, we got the all-Russian matchup, Rublev versus Medvedev, and then we got Alcaraz versus Zverev. So all European on the other side, mostly American on this side of the draw left, although, of course, Novak being a European as well from Serbia. Serve +1, Tiafoe to the forehand. Shelton with a lob that lands in. Tiafoe overhead into the net. And it's 15-30. He's not going to be happy with that. Tiafoe has missed 2 or 3 overheads today. Definitely. Hey, Gary, great to see you too. George Blanda of the Raiders may have been older as a kicker in QB, but didn't have nearly the impact that Tom did. Yeah, I've definitely never heard of George Blanda. I'm chatted out. Time to focus on this match. Let's live in the present moment. Here we go. Tiafoe, 15-30, first serve is good. Forehand Shelton, backhand Tiafoe is long. And another couple of break points here for Shelton. 15-40. I'm not sure Tiafoe was expecting to be feeling this type of pressure, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't think he was underestimating Shelton by any means, but I think they know each other rather well, and he looked a little shell-shocked. He's kind of found his way in the second set, but right now, Shelton's, again, he's got that positive body language. He's yelling after all the points he wins. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, cross court, forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, up the line. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And then Tiafoe goes backhand cross court, but it lands in the alleyway. And it is Shelton up 3-1. Another break. So 3 breaks already in 4 games in this third set. All right, folks, we're at 58 likes, trying to get to 100. Please help us get there. And if you do, I will play you a special song that's made for the 100 likes. It's a button made by Ben. Ben, of course, makes all of our fantastic buttons here on the Game to Love Tennis podcast. Also, if there's other ways you want to support the channel, look in the description box below. You can get merch. You can join Discord. You can add us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff, or X or whatever it's called. I don't know. Elon Musk is a weirdo. All right, Shelton serve +1, but the +1 is long. And it's love 15. 1 hour, 47 minutes into this match. Something tells me this is going 5, says Todd. I hope so, buddy. I really hope so. I'm really surprised at Shelton's form. I wasn't expecting this from him. Nor was I, Ems. I'm pleasantly surprised. It's nice to see him really stepping up. He feels like he's a big match player. The bigger the match, the better he seems to play, or the occasion. I feel like he's one of those guys. Very competitive match. I'm really not surprised. Francis still has a lot of letdown moments with his game. Beautiful return from Tiafoe off of that wide serve out wide from Shelton. And he goes cross court as far as it can be. Surprised Shelton a little bit. Landed on the sideline, and he wasn't able to return that. Floyd Mayweather knocked out Conor McGregor when he was 40. Conor was 29. So, yeah, it's not impossible. I thought Floyd Mayweather just runs around until never knocks anyone out. I thought he just runs around and doesn't hit anyone. I remember my buddy. I'm not into combat sports or anything like that, but I remember one of my friends saying like Mayweather just runs around and never hits anyone, and then he just punches like the body here and there and gets points, and then he just runs out the clock. And again, I have no idea, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's probably my buddy who just didn't like him, was trying to like talk crap. M's exactly. I was expecting a serve bot, but was wrong. He's much more than a serve bot, folks. He's an athlete and a half. And he just saved one break point. It's now 30-40. It was 15-40. Tiafoe just sweating bullets out here, folks. $11-11 right now exactly in New York City. All right. Good serve. Return up the middle now. Backhand Shelton. Cross court. Forehand Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Forehand Shelton. Wow. Ripped that one. Forehand Tiafoe. And then Shelton tried to rip another one, but he went way too hard. It went long by about 10 feet. I think the shot before he hit was a monster of a shot. Must have been over 100-mile-an-hour forehand. And he wanted to follow that up. See, this is the type of shot selection sort of immaturity that Shelton still has, being a 20-year-old, first year on tour. And he gets broken, back on serve again. Fourth break now in 5 games in this set. All right. How old is Shelton? 20 years old. This match will definitely go 5 sets. I'm feeling the same thing as the Zverev-Sinner match, first, third, and fifth sets. Shelton and second, fourth, Tiafoe. Ooh, okay. Love the prediction, Canada mapping. Love it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what they're playing at the stadium here. So Shelton will turn 21 this year. So he is older than Rune and Alcaraz. Shelton was born in 2002. Alcaraz and Rune were born in 2003. And then there's also the 2 young French kids who are supposed to be pretty good. Arthur Fils and Luca Van Asch. Those kids are still in their teens. I'm sleeping all day tomorrow to prepare for Alcaraz Zverev. Well, Ems, guess who is calling the match? Ding, ding, ding. Yep, it's me. I'm going to be calling that match tomorrow night. So if you feel like it, please join us. Always enjoy having you in the chat. It's hot and humid as the Dickens in New York City. My AC on full blast. Man, I still haven't been in New York City. I can't believe it. It's the home of hip hop, and I haven't been there. Me too. It's awful. Okay. Tiafoe serving here. 2-3 on serve. Takes the first point as Shelton's second shot goes long. Yeah, when Shelton learns that he doesn't have to rip the cover off the ball all the time, and he has to learn to pick his spots, he's going to be an absolute force. I think Artur Feast is like that too. He has an arsenal of just hardcore weaponry, but not yet fully knowing how to disperse it. Tries to go a little too hard, too fast sometimes. Tiafoe, nice serve out wide. Shelton, cross-court return. Tiafoe up the line attempt, but that goes long. 15 all. I spent 1 month in Victoria and still never really went to Vancouver. How can you go to Victoria and not go to Vancouver? You have to take a ferry to get to Victoria. Well, I guess you could have flown there, but interesting. I was just in Victoria for my cousin's wedding last month. It was beautiful. Victoria is just gorgeous. It feels like a mini city, and it's super duper clean. Like Vancouver for Americans, Vancouver is not a big city, but for Canada and for the rest of the world, it's a city that's known. But Victoria feels like a minier and cleaner version. Victoria is one of the cleanest cities I've ever seen. It's so like pristine everywhere. Like you feel bad if you like litter. You're like, no, I can't do that. Tiafoe with a forehand ripper up the line, and it's a winner. And it is goes off the sideline there, and it is 40-15. Tiafoe trying to level this one. 3 apiece. You flew. Okay, that makes sense. Peaches, I didn't know you were in the New York region. Here in Cali, a lovely evening, 65 degrees. No AC necessary. Cali. Did not know that, Todd. Or maybe I did, actually. All right, the return from Shelton goes long. Tiafoe holds, and it's 3 all. So we're as level as you can be. 1 set apiece, 1 game apiece. And Shelton now serving next. How many games to a ball change? He just asked his dad. 2 more games. So what they do, if you're wondering when they do a ball change, they open a couple cans of balls, and they use them for the warm-up and the first 7 games of the match, and then after every 9 games after that. So warm-up 7 games, and then ball change, and then 9 games, ball change, 9 games, ball change, 9, all the way until the end of the match, in case anyone is wondering. Yeah, Todd, last week we had some cool nights, needed a jacket. This week, just hot and disgusting. Ems, makes my heart warm reading this one, saying, that's great, Covey. Love when you're calling the games. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about the Alcaraz-Zverev match for sure. It's going to be a good one. And yeah, hope to see you there, Ems. Thank you so much. That's very kind. Makes me happy to read that one. I've been to a bunch of cities in BC, but never Vancouver. That's so funny. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's gone to Kamloops, Victoria, PG, but without going to Vancouver. Crazy. Yes, Covey, same time zone as you. Felton, California, 1 hour south of San Francisco. Beautiful San Francisco. That's one of my favorite cities in the United States by far. I love San Francisco. My uncle lives in Redwood City. Oh, Shelton chases down a drop shot from Tiafoe, tries to lob on the run, but that one goes long. So under a little bit of pressure here. 15-30. Shelton serving. This match could go over midnight in New York City. I'm willing to guarantee that this match will go over midnight in New York City. It will only take 42 more minutes for that to be the case. So, yeah, I definitely think they're going to go into Wednesday, September 6th, where it is for many of you, actually. For me and Todd, however, it is still Tuesday, September 5th. Right, Todd? Tiafoe, Shelton, quarterfinals, Arthur Ashe Stadium. 2 African-American men from the United States playing in the stadium named after the African-American man who was the champion in New York at the U.S. Open. Tiafoe with a backhand. Shelton rips a shot right at him. Tiafoe is at the net and puts away a backhand volley. And it sets up a break point, 30-40. So it has been break city. Everyone just breaking here in this set. Three breaks, 2 holds so far, and Tiafoe looking to make it 4. There's already been 4 breaks in 6 games, I should say. 4 and 6 already. Oh, Shelton with a ripper of a serve. And then he gets a short ball return, but he makes his way to the net, and Tiafoe goes forehand cross court, and the backhand volley attempt from Shelton goes into the net. He's shaking his head, unhappy about how he played that volley. And Tiafoe breaks once again. So the 5th time in 7 games in this set, we have a break. I worked as an intern in Redwood City once, summer of 06, San Mateo County's planning department, says Zachary Shahan. Is it Shahan or Shohan? Shahan. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, my uncle lives there. My uncle loves to eat cereal at night. That's his vice. Not a bad vice. I should probably head out since I don't think I'm willing to get fired. Okay, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, definitely don't want to get fired. But join us tomorrow night. Alcaraz, Zverev. I'll be calling that one. Should be a good one. Max, yes, hope it won't be like last night until 2 a.m. Spot on, Cubby, says Todd Hill regarding the time zones. I hope Carlos and Sasha play 9 sets and finish at 6 a.m. Easy to guess why, right? Well, that's just the quarters, Gary. I guess probably you want him to play a lot in the quarters and the semis. What's your pooch's name? Is it named after a tennis player? No, it's named after the Indian word for cauliflower. Her name is Gobi, and she is the cutest little thing. Maybe I'll try and get her on the screen like I did yesterday if I get a chance here. Crazy. Neither guy is known for their returning, but both are huge servers. What the bonkers is going on? Yeah, that's actually a good point, Zach. I didn't think of that. Thanks, Cubby. Have a great night. Can't wait to see Alcaraz and Zverev tomorrow. We'll see you then, buddy. Have fun at work, and thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate you, my friend. And also, folks, speaking of appreciation, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm also wondering, if you haven't hit the like button, please consider doing so, and it would help us get to 100, and then I'll hit the 100 like button. It's just one of my goals whenever I do a stream. It's nice to have goals and targets, you know what I mean? Yeah, history in the making at Arthur Ashe, 2 African-American men playing tennis. Love it. Love, love, love it. Gary, sometimes forget you're a Novak fan, says Todd. Until next time, Canada. Todd, you may be alone forgetting that. Gary, this year I've got money on Novak. All right, Tiafoe. Looking to consolidate the break. He's up 4-3, serving 15 love. And first serve into the net. I love the way you think, Peaches, saying like button smashed. If you haven't done so, join Peaches in smashing the like button. Just like Shelton just did an overhead smash, and it went right at the feet of Tiafoe, and right away he apologizes to his buddy. No harm, no foul. 15 all on the Tiafoe serve. Yeah, Tiafoe had a short ball, tried to do an overhead because Shelton was at the net. But it was definitely not, the lob was not high enough whatsoever. And Shelton puts it right at the feet of Tiafoe. Well, it actually bounced about 3 feet in front of him and bounced upwards, but it went off the racket frame of Tiafoe. So it didn't hit the body, I don't believe. I've had aloo gobi curry. Yeah, so aloo gobi is a dish. Aloo is potato, gobi is cauliflower. And so my cousin, the original, I'll get to that in a second, actually. Here we go. Shelton forehand cross court, backhand Tiafoe drop shot. Shelton will get there, chops it forward up the middle. Tiafoe tries to again lob over him, and again it's not big enough, not high enough, and Shelton backing up, but easily puts a overhead away, and he's up 15-30 on the Tiafoe serve. So Alex, you're saying Alu Gobi. So my cousin and I, so I got Gobi 3 years ago. She just turned 3 in June. And but I've known for about 8 years that I was going to get a dog named Gobi. And I wasn't in any rush. I was just waiting for the moment to arrive naturally, and it did. But for about 8 years, the original plan was my cousin. She was going to get a dog named Alu, and I was going to get Gobi. And they were going to be from the same litter. They're going to be siblings. But my cousin moved to Portland and now lives on like a whole bunch of acres, got a couple goats and a cat. And so the plan never came to fruition, but that was the original plan. There is this Thing album by Foxy Jen and Reginald Chapman. Very cool. Very cool. Gobi is also a desert in. Yeah, definitely. There's actually a book about a dog named Gobi, about a guy who's running like a super marathon through the Gobi Desert, and a dog joins him. And I think the book's called like Searching for Gobi or Running with Gobi or something. But it's about a dog named Gobi because the guy who the dog started running with him, and then he kept the dog, I guess, and named him Gobi. Tiafoe was at the net. Oh no! I thought it was over. I was going to say a beautiful drop volley from Tiafoe, but I spoke too soon because it was actually short. It went into the net and landing back on his own side. So it's a break point opportunity for Shelton. So Shelton looking to break once again. There have been 5 breaks already in the first 7 games. Shelton looking to make it 6 out of 8. What is going on here? 2 hours in, will humidity become an issue for either player? I feel like these guys are too athletic and too fit. I think they're going to be fine. Todd, I get enough. I get crazy enough without betting. My sports betting career ended in 2005. I made a ton on baseball and lost it on everything else. Maybe I should just. Oh, Tiafoe with a +1 goes long, and Shelton roars fiercely after getting the break. 6 breaks in 8 games. We're tied at 4. This is not an expected occurrence here. I did not expect 6 breaks in the first 8 games of the third set, but here we are. Not only that, folks, but we've also gotten to what I believe is either or very close to all righty then. The business end. Yeah, we're into the business end. And we're only 32 likes away from 100. We are past the 2/3 mark. We will get there, I believe, and it's because of you, each and every single one of you. Thank you for your support. We have 118 people watching. Everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. Adel, you are a king among human beings. Thank you so much for your kind words. And yes, please do heed the advice of Adel. If you haven't done so, like that button. Hit that like button, and we'll get to 100 ASAP. Gary, you only a paltry amount just for fun. Oh, Gary, only a paltry amount. Shelton with 2 big swings of the racket, and he's up 30 to love. So maybe not a break coming up. 116 mile an hour ace. So that we can play the 100 like song. Is Gobi a white poodle? No, but that would be so apt. I get what you're saying right away. Just like it, says Richard Kalonji. Kalonji. Cool. Aces, 9 for Shelton, 4 for Tiafoe. Shelton going ham here, just all of a sudden found a rhythm on serve. Okay. Oh my heavens. Another 143 mile an hour serve. Again, it was long, but you can tell at 40 love, this guy is not going to hesitate trying to do some fireworks. Again, second serve, 119, also long. His dad shaking his head, probably thinking, what are you doing, son? Like, see, this is the type of thing where if you try to do this against Novak, not going to work for you. he's going to find a way to punish you, right? Like these are the types of kind of quote unquote immaturities that that we work out as we're younger players, right? Nice serve out wide. What happened there? Was that another double fault? Yeah, it was another double fault. So now 40-30. Another fault now. So it's now 40-30 second serve. So Shelton had a 40-love lead. He goes for 119 mile an hour second serve. And now he's gotten away with it because he ripped a serve out wide that Tiafoe returned up the middle. And then Shelton ran around the backhand and went bomb on a forehand inside out. And his dad shaking his head, I think, thinking like, you know, he got away with it this time, but he shouldn't be doing this. It's kind of funny, actually. We all have parents and we all know what it's like when they think we should be doing things differently. But I kind of agree with his coach / father on this one. Maybe going a little bit too hard. But let's give it up one time for Shelton because that was a hell of a performance in that game.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton, Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town, he's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton, Ben Shelton, Shelton.
Ben Shelton. All right, folks. Alex, I tried to bring my dog up, but she's sleeping on my bed, and she's so comfortable. I can see how tired she is in her eyes. She was out with me at the pickleball courts for about 4 hours today, so I just didn't have the heart to wake her up. I mean, her eyes were open when I went up to her, but I just didn't have the heart to lift her up. So, but don't worry, Alex. I will get you at some point. I'll show you what Gobi looks like. Shelton mixing up serve and speed and spins nicely. Yeah, he is. He looks like he's found a little bit of rhythm here in the last few minutes of this match. For me, the business end is as soon as one player reaches 4 games, the GTL crew decided that it's 4 all good. Yeah, I think that it's when you're within someone winning within a couple games. That's probably one of the buttons that I forget to play the most. There's a lot of times like if someone wins the first 2 sets, I didn't play the business end because it wasn't the business end, right? It's got to be, I think 4-4 and later is where it's at. Business end, shank buttons, etc. Timeless classics along with Nole and Rafa Nadal. I love the Joker one, the DJ. Okay, it's so clever, like the 2 letters at a time. Joker. Shelton, boom, says United Vlog. Who's the Jack ASS with the pickleball shirt? I don't know. I play pickleball quite a bit, actually. I've been playing ridiculous amounts, like to the point where I'm starting to have dreams of being in the professional leagues. But this is not a pickleball shirt, so I don't know if you're referring to me or not. Shelton's still more of an athlete than a tennis player. Imagine when he becomes a great tennis player. Oh, I think he'll find it. It's going to take him a while, or a little bit of time, but he will find it. I think he could be the America. I mean, if you're asking me right now to bet on an American who will have the best career, I think I'd choose him over everyone. I chose him over Fritz. I'd choose him over Tiafoe. I'd choose him over Tommy Paul. I'd choose him over, obviously, Eubanks is a little bit older. And I think I might even choose him over Korda, who's a guy who, for the last year and a half, I've been really high on, but he's definitely starting to drop in my... I know he had a wrist injury from the Australian Open. Big serve from Tiafoe up the tee. Shelton couldn't do anything. It just got strings on it, but could not control it whatsoever, and it's 40 love. So after 6 breaks in the first 8 games, it looks like the last 2 games will be a little bit easier service games for both players. Ooh, Shelton with a return into the net, and we have a guess it, folks. Guess. Yes, we have a game to love. Covey, if you haven't seen Ben's song about Djokovic about his deportation from Australia, you gotta watch it. It's called Triple D. Really funny clip. Actually, I haven't seen that. I've definitely seen his 23 song, which is amazing. Gary, that's why I think Novak dismantles him should they meet. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Shelton is gonna be able to beat Novak. I don't think that's I mean, it's possible in this world, but I don't think it's a possibility, if you know what I mean. Oops. I do here. Are pickleball rackets and balls sold outside of North America? I'm in Australia. Oh, I didn't know that, Alex. I thought you were... So you're from Bulgaria, is that correct? But you live in Australia. Yes, they are definitely, because I know there's a whole, like, there's a bunch of people on... so I have an Instagram account called @thepickleballpoet. My name, Covey, means poet, so I just did @thepickleballpoet if anyone wants to follow me. And there are a bunch of Australians. There's some actually really cute Australian girl who I follow, not because she's cute, but because she's a pickleball player. And she's always talking about all the different events all over Australia that she's going to, and, you know, different tournaments and stuff. So pickleball is huge. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's like my buddy moved to Tanzania. Oh, Ben Shelton at 30 love had a rally, and he just ripped a forehand up the line, again causing oohs and ahs from the crowd, and it's 40 to love. So looks like we might be getting to a tie break, which would be fun between these two, I think. But yeah, they definitely do have pickleball in Australia, 100%, no doubt about it. But yeah, and so you will have people selling paddles and wiffle balls or pickleballs. Zachary asking, why have you been playing pickleball so much and not tennis? The reason is because I had a buddy who I played tennis with, and he was just the perfect partner. He actually moved to Australia. Shelton, with a game to love of his own, and after just break in the first part of the third set, we got a few holds now and a game to love. Yeah, so you were asking, Zachary. I just caught the bug. At first I kind of joked, and I would be like, this is like tennis for old people, and, you know, like what you know, whatever. And the funny thing is, I'm not like, if you ask me to play singles, I'd rather play tennis, but doubles in pickleball is like this crazy chess game. And pickleball is super easy to start playing, but it's really hard to be really good at. And I'm not kidding you guys. I've been playing on average 3.5 to 4 hours a day for the last 2-3 months. I'm completely addicted. If you saw me about 5-6 months ago, my skin was not as dark as it is. It's because I've been in the sun every single day. I actually, last week, I had 4 different sessions. I did a session at 9:30. Then I did a session at like 12 in a different court. Then I went to a different city and I played 3:30 to 5:30. Then I came back to one of the places I played earlier in the day from like 7 to 9. Like, I'm completely addicted. I don't know what to say, but it's what I think about when I wake up and go to sleep. It's crazy. So there you go. Correct. Copy. Does anyone know that Shelton wasn't serious about tennis till 18? Apparently he was a football quarterback. Sometimes guys who start late never become truly great. Just saying. Gary, I'm not sure about this, but for some reason, I'm getting the vibes that you don't like Shelton at all. Is that just me, or I don't know if I'm just reading into your comments incorrectly, but I'm getting the sense that you're not a fan of this kid, or you don't like him, or you don't think he's going to be good. Let me know. I'm curious to know, and if so, why? And if not, my apologies. But I'm getting the vibes that you're not a Shelton fan. Okay, Tiafoe serving to stay in this set. First serve is good out wide. The return from Shelton into the net. 15 love Tiafoe with just one swing of the racket. What year did pickleball become popular? Well, now it's crazy. We were talking about Tom Brady earlier. Well, Tom Brady, LeBron James, Kim Clijsters, James Blake, tons of celebrities, Jamie Foxx, and I don't know, Will Ferrell. Maybe I could be wrong about that. But everyone else I mentioned, 100%. They all own Major League Pickleball teams. They went from being worth about $10,000 2-3 years ago to $10 million valuations. It's really crazy. It's just because anyone can play. It's very accessible. And you're on a court that's about 1/4 the size of a tennis court. So you can convert tennis courts. Like, for example, in Vancouver, where one of the places where I play, there were 4 tennis courts, 2 and 2, and they turned one set of 2 into 8 pickleball courts. And every day I go, there's people playing on every single pickleball court, and there's people waiting to play. And the 2 tennis courts are rarely ever anyone waiting or like fully booked. It's really crazy. So that's kind of what's happening. I don't know what it is, and it took me a while to get into it, but I've definitely all in. But that doesn't mean I don't love tennis. Like, tennis is like, I love watching tennis more, especially singles. Like I said, not a big fan of like watching pickleball necessarily, like I do with tennis, and following the sport in that sense. Another game to love, Tiafoe, just cruising. So after, again, very shaky service games for both, very solid in the end. Another game to love, and we're going to a tie break. All right, folks, get your predictions in. Let me know who you think is going to win the tie break and what the score will be in the comments. Let's go. All right, Tiafoe has a better record in the tiebreak. I'm going to go ahead and say that the tiebreak will be one. This is tough. I'm going to say Tiafoe. I'm going to say 10-8. Okay, anyone? No predictions? No predictions on the tiebreak? It's 1-0 Shelton. He held on his first serve. And then Shelton with a shank on his second ball of the rally on the first Tiafoe serve. And Lamb, baby. Let's go, Lamb. All right. Todd Hill saying 7-5 for Big Foe. Covey, I like Shelton more. I like Shelton more every match that I watch. I'm just saying that we need to reserve judgment. I think he's a fantastic kid from a fantastic family. Okay. I mean, we could reserve judgment on everyone as well. I kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah, I just kind of was wondering what your thoughts were on him. I think it's natural to predict what you think a player's trajectory is. And I really think Shelton, like, once he sharpens and figures out, how to choose the right shot in the right moment, I think he's going to be pretty good. But I definitely I have high hopes for this guy. I really like watching him, and I hope he becomes one of these guys that stays around late in turns, because he has an electricity. I love players. There you go. Big, huge serve there. And we're on serve 3-2. No one broken just yet. But he just served a huge bomb, and there's an electricity to it. Other guys serve bombs, but he has something to it. So tennis and pickleball are a bit like YouTube and TikTok. Maybe, I guess TikTok is like new and fresh. YouTube, pickleball and TikTok, or I guess you're comparing them, and then tennis is like YouTube. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's fun. And honestly, like, I know a whole bunch of people who play tennis. Like, even at the pickleball courts, I'll play with, people who are in their 60s and stuff like that when I'm warming up or whatnot. And by the way, Tiafoe with a +1 backhand goes into the net, and that gives Shelton the first break of this tie break. Shelton up 4-2 at the changeover. And so I'm playing these people who are elderly and things like that, and they played tennis their whole life, but they're like, with the size of the court we can't play tennis anymore. You know, it's not as much fun. It's not as easy for us. But they're like, but we could play pickleball. So I feel like there's going to be I mean, the amount of courts and stuff in the U.S. that they're building is ridiculous, from what I understand. But yeah, so there you go. Shelton has a few phenomenal features that seem to make him the most promising American. Bomb serve, truly great athleticism, immense forehand, creative strategy play, genuine winner mentality. Yeah, I think I kind of see all of those, and I don't by any means think he's put them together yet. I mean, he's only 47 in the world, and there are other younger players that are better than him, but I think he has the ingredients. And we'll see. Again, you never know. You just never know. Tiafoe with an inside-out forehand. Shelton races to get that, and he does, and rips a forehand, but Tiafoe was at the net, easily volleys, and he gets one of the breaks back. Actually, that's incorrect. That was his second serve. My bad. There's no mini break. Shelton still up a break, 4-3. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton up the line, backhand Tiafoe up the middle. Drop shot Shelton, lands on the sideline. Tiafoe gets there. Oh, he would have got it to bounce in, but it went off the net, and which made it extend wide. So Shelton up 5-3. He takes another break advantage. Yeah, Tiafoe got to it. He tried to go with the sharp angle, and if it didn't hit the net cord, it would have landed in, but it goes off the net cord and stays in the air for longer and then ends up bouncing wide. So Ben Shelton, 2 points away here from a 2-1 lead. Backhand Tiafoe, cross court, forehand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. That goes wide. And Tiafoe gets a mini break. He was down 2 points. Now he's down 1 and on serve, 4-5. Todd and Gary's observation is correct. I can't count the number of players who were announced the next great one and never panned out. I don't think many people. I personally have not heard anyone call Ben Shelton a future great. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe you guys have seen and heard that. I have not heard that from literally anyone. All I'm saying is he's got the ingredients that from what I've seen, and I hope he pans out. He annoys me a bit with his over exuberance on many points, but I like his dad a lot. This is Zach. Shelton asking the crowd for some love after he has a couple of set points because he just got another mini break. Backhand return winner off the Tiafoe serve. Tiafoe still serving 4-6 set points. At least 2 coming up for Shelton. Will he need more than 1? Let's find out. Tiafoe, first serve is long. Second serve on the way. Again, 4-6, double set point for Shelton. And if he doesn't win this point, he'll have a chance to serve it out. Oh, the second serve out wide, and the backhand from Shelton just a little bit long, right at the feet of Tiafoe. And Tiafoe saves 1 set point, and now Shelton serving 6-5. Now, this is where I'm interested to see. Is he going to be a 20-year-old kid who's super excited and going to hit 240-mile-an-hour long serves? Or is he going to say, hey, I need to buckle down here. This is set point. First serve up the tee, 126 miles. So it looks like he's tempering it, but he still missed that one long. Second serve, here we go. Set point number 2, Shelton. And it's a double fault. It's 123. Hold on, 100. Was it? Let me see the number. They keep right. I want to see how fast that was. It was either 113 or 123. If it was 123, that's too much. If it's 113, that's average for him. I think it was 113. So he wasn't trying to go bonkers. But still, double fault. He still has another serve here, though. Best thing that could happen for tennis is this American kid getting to Alcaraz level, but most athletes in any sport start long before their teens. I mean, I think he probably did play some, his dad was a pro, so I don't. Oh, another double fault. So this is not good. Now Tiafoe has two serves, and he has set point right now. I like Tommy Paul and Tiafoe more, but I think Shelton will be more successful. Yeah, there you go. Meant all-time great. Oh, Zachary. Tommy is now my second favorite player. I just love his demeanor and personality. 113. Thank you, Todd. I couldn't see it, but you helped me there. All right, here we go. Tiafoe serving for the set. 7-6. First serve is long. Shelton not going to be happy. He had set point. And on serve, hit 2 double faults in a row. Wow. Shelton just hit an absolute bomb off the second serve return. He put everything into it, and it landed right where the baseline intersects with the sideline. The crowd going crazy right now. Well, not bonkers, but they're definitely appreciative of this kid's. Wow, that was a ridiculous shot. He got every single fiber of that ball and put it exactly where he wanted it to. 7-all. Big Foe, first serve into the net. Second serve is a good one out wide. Return up the middle. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, and it goes into the net. And it's a mini break. And Shelton once again will have a chance to serve out the set. He's up 8-7 and 2 serves coming up for him if he needs them. He could wrap this set up with 1, though. I had Shelton, I had Tiafoe 10-8. And Shelton has 8. So Tiafoe, help me out, bro. Although I kind of wouldn't mind Shelton winning this set. Like I said, I don't mind if this one goes 5. It's only 8:51 for me. 9 minutes away from midnight in New York. Here we go. Shelton for the set. First serve is good. Return up the middle. Shelton forehand. Now forehand Tiafoe. Forehand Shelton up the line. Backhand Shelton Tiafoe. And it's long. Shelton asking the crowd for some noise, pointing to his ear. He has just taken a 2-1 set lead in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open. The 20-year-old from Florida, the college product, son of a former tennis pro. And he is loving it. He is a big game player, big atmosphere player. And he's 1 set away from a date with Novak Djokovic in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. I'm sure Big Foe will have something to say about that yet. But as of now, it's a boy called Shelton, up 2-1.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton, Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town, he's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton, Ben Shelton, Shelton.
All right, all 167 of you, thank you guys so much for joining me. It has been a riveting match so far. Tiafoe in a little bit of a hole, but not anything that I believe he's not capable of coming out of. Shelton up 2-1. Shelton takes the first set 6-2. Tiafoe takes the second 6-3. Shelton responds with a tie-break victory for a tie-break for a victory in the third set. Sometimes I try to put too many words. Can't believe he came out of that alive with those double. I know, Ems. It was crazy. He was up 6-4. Then he was up 6-5. He had 2 chances, double faults twice, gives Tiafoe a chance at 7-6 and finds his way back. So congratulations to Shelton making it through, but work is not done yet. Tiafoe got the most of the cheers during player intros, but they're giving Shelton a lot of support now. Yeah, you're right, Todd. I feel it too. I feel like the big hitting from Shelton is really captivating this audience, this live audience, and they're having a good time cheering him on. Bon Jovi vibes with that Shelton tune. Ah, there's a boy in town called Shelton. Niggle 321 says, cat emoji. Thank you, Niggle. Thank you for joining the chat and the live stream. And hey, by the way, folks, I know I mentioned this, but if you're new to the stream and you feel like, hey, I've never commented on one of these things before, on one of these live streams. I want to, but I feel shy. Don't be shy. Feel free to say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're from, who your favorite players are, who you think's going to win the tournament, men's side, women's side, whatever. So feel free. Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. Always good to meet new friends. My name is Covey. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm a big tennis fan as well as a big hockey fan and pickleball player. Oopsie, my feed just went out there. Yeah, so anyways, just wanted to say, feel free to say hello if you haven't done so. Always fun to meet new friends. Okay. What is going on here? My feed. So just so you guys know, it looks like Shelton, has left the court. My feed just cut out. Hold on one second. Okay, no, not Shelton. Shelton is sitting without a shirt on, and he's got the towel with ice around his neck. He's waiting on court, and he's letting the AC blow in his face while he's sitting and waiting while Tiafoe takes a bathroom break. I'm not sure if it's an outfit change or a bathroom break, but I'm pretty sure they're both kind of one and the same. So a little bit of a break here. And here we go. Ben getting better and better on these songs, needs to release an album. I agree with you. He does need to release. That would be amazing. Shelton is a budding showman. Like I said, good for tennis. Somehow tennis gets bigger when there's an American at the top. It's marketing. Couldn't have said it better myself, Gary. When Americans, I mean, they're one of the biggest audiences in the world for everything. So when an American is doing well at something, it's definitely helps it worldwide. So there you go. Very, very astute comment. Ben should do a cover, Kiss from a Rose by Seal. I compare you to a kiss from... Yeah, that's such a great song. Can you see Shelton versus Djokovic? The crowd is bananas until Novak takes all the air out of the stadium. Wishful thinking, I know. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think that's exactly what would happen. I think everyone would want to be for Shelton, but Novak would pop that balloon in seconds. Well, maybe not seconds, but he would do it, in my estimation. Hello, says Kadir Hamdia. Welcome. Thank you for saying hello, my friend. Thank you for joining the chat. Hope you're having a good time. Nice to meet a new friend. The AC Breeze is powered by an What's an Esky? Is that some sort of tool? Or some company that makes like tools or something? Fair play to the umpire last night for getting rid of that fan who said that awful German thing, was really quick to act. Agreed, Ems. Very, very nice to see that people take that stuff seriously. Of course, there was some sort of Nazi slur, some Hitler phrase. Apparently, Zverev went to the umpire and said, someone just said the most famous Hitler phrase there is in the world. And then they removed that fan from the stand. So, yeah, good to see them doing the right thing in that case for sure. Absolutely. So, Shelton is having a chat with his coach / father in the corner. And he's got a fresh shirt on. He got a couple of fresh wristbands. Before he had the fuchsia colored wristbands. Now they're white. So he's a little bit of a mini outfit change for him as well. While Tiafoe is still in the bathroom. Folks, Tiafoe is just back. I was going to say I should have gone to the bathroom. Now I'm going to have to wait till the end of the next set. Whether it's the match or the next set, we'll find out. But I mean, I don't, I'm not in any desperation to go. More of it would be precautionary, but all good. Not going to talk more about the subject. Hey, Gerald, how you doing? Gerald loves reminding us whenever it's a game to love. Says, hi, Covey, just waking up and joining you. Well, thank you very much, Gerald. Hey, buddy, if you haven't done so, hit that like button because we're trying to get to 100. Got about 150 people in, and we got 84 likes, not too far away. We're definitely going to hit 100. And when we do, folks, I'm hitting the 100 like button for you. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's a fun one. It's a good one, and I love it. Salute. What cities are they from, bro? Ridlush. So you're asking what city you mean each player is from? It's a good question. Well, I know Tiafoe is from Maryland, and I know Ben Shelton is from Florida. Tiafoe is 25 years old. Ben Shelton is 20 years old. To know where they're actually born, I could look that up. All right, Tiafoe finally back on court. Shelton been waiting. Tiafoe will serve first. I wonder. I think Tiafoe. Yeah, okay. He was born in Hyattsville, Maryland. So Tiafoe is from Maryland, and Ben Shelton is from Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, sorry. I think he went to college in Florida. So my apologies. I've been saying Florida. I thought he was actually born there, but he went to college there. So yeah, there you go. Thank you for asking me that question. I learned something. All right, Tiafoe serving first, but it's Shelton who gets the first point of the fourth set. Welcome, Gerald. Says Tom, you can take my spot. Have to turn in for an early shift tomorrow. Okay, Todd, you have a good one, buddy. Thank you for joining us. As always, good to have you in the chat. Fun chatting with you. Gary as well, saying midnight on the East Coast. I'm checking out for the rest of this one. Batman duties. Have a great one, everyone. Best tennis tournament on the planet, says GSL. Todd, Gary, to see you in the chat. Until next time, bye. Gary, says Ems, Ireland's finest. That is Ems, of course. Okay, in Australia, it's an esky. Americans call it cooler box. Oh, okay. Apparently, the box that the AC hose was connected to. Gotcha. And it makes sense that it would be called an esky. Although, I wonder now if that would almost be politically incorrect these days with everything. Not saying that it shouldn't or should be, but you know what I'm saying. Told you I will take care. Hi to M. Shelton, Hyattsville, Maryland. Shelton, Atlanta. You got it, Covey. Over and out. Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much. I think Gary meant Tiafoe, Hyattsville, Maryland, and Shelton, Atlanta. Bye, Todd. Hi, Gerald. Thanks, Covey. Good night, all. Enjoy. Take care, Todd. Hopefully see you tomorrow for Zverev Alcaraz. And it's a clean winner off the second serve up the line from Ben Shelton, and he is quickly looking to break. It's 15-40 on the Tiafoe serve. So double break opportunity right away for Ben Shelton. Taking the momentum from the end of that third set and rolling here early in set number 4. First serve is a fault into the net from Tiafoe. Here comes the second serve. It's good. Backhand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe, forehand Shelton, forehand Tiafoe, cross court, backhand slice Shelton, backhand Tiafoe, forehand Shelton with a lot of spin. Drop shot Tiafoe. Oh, landed off the sideline. And Tiafoe, oh my God, what a beautiful drop shot. Shelton could not get to it. And that's impressive because Shelton is an athlete, folks. And I can't believe how perfect that slice drop shot was. Unbelievable. Great hands from Tiafoe. Saves one break point. And does so at 2 hours and 40 minutes exactly into this match. All right, another break point, second one of this game and set. Another first serve into the net from Big Foe. Second serve is good. Forehand return. Backhand Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton up the line. And it's a winner. And then a big yell. A second big yell in a row. And he breaks to open up the fourth set. Shelton. Wow. All right. His dad is standing up, clapping, saying, stay hungry, telling his son to stay hungry, meaning don't be satisfied yet. Your stomach ain't full. You need 3 of these sets to make it to the next round. Bye, Covey. Would have loved to stay, but it's pretty late in France. Good night. Ah, bonne nuit, mon ami. Merci pour avoir regardé le stream avec moi. Good to see you, son. I did not know you're from France. Very cool. Let's go, Shelton, says Adil. All right. Ems is the trooper of all troopers here. It's 5. Is it 5 a.m. Ems? Or I keep forgetting. Is Ireland? I know France is an hour ahead. No, it's going to be 5 a.m. for you because you're the same time zone as England. So yeah, it's 5 a.m. for Ems, and she's still here, 5:05 in the morning. That is some dedication to tennis, folks. Pretty good accent. Wow, merci beaucoup. J'ai pas pratiqué pour ça fait longtemps, mais j'aime parler français quand j'ai la chance. Okay, here we go. Shelton, 15 love, looking to consolidate. And he is definitely the more energetic of the two in this one. Tries to go ace up the tee, but that one is long. Only 114 miles an hour first serve. I say only. And then he tries to go harder on the second serve, and he misses it. And it's 15 all. 11th double fault for Shelton. Hasn't costed him just yet. Tiafoe only 3. If this goes to 5, we could have the creators join us. Yeah. I don't know why. When you said that, Alex, it makes me think of the architect in the Matrix. It's like when you said the creators, I just thought of the architect. Yep, 5 a.m. for Ems. Wow. That's yeah, you're a trooper, Ems. That's pretty dedicated. Is French compulsory in most Canadian schools? I grew up taking French immersion. So from the time I was 4 years old until I was 13, half my classes were in French, half were in English. In France, at 6 a.m. Yeah, France is an hour. En France, c'est une heure plus, how do you say, plus tard? Later than England. We're in the same time zone as England geographically, but due to historical reasons, we are 1 hour ahead. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I always wondered. I remember thinking, why is Wimbledon and the French Open different time zones when they're geographically in the similar area? It's 4 a.m. here in Sierra Leone. Beautiful. That is awesome. Sierra Leone, though, I believe. Okay, my buddy just went to Tanzania. So I know that's in Africa. Is it Western Africa? I want to say it's Western Africa. Sierra Leone. Why don't I just look it up? The Republic of Sierra Leone is a country in the southwest coast of Africa. Ah, okay, there you go. Looking at a map here. Beautiful. I just love, ever since I was little, I always thought Sierra Leone was one of the most like classy countries in the world just because of the name Sierra Leone. It just sounds so nice. Plus tard, oui, says Sun Liang. 12:07 p.m. in Singapore, just after noon over there. Okay. By the way, I forgot to hit the consolidation as Shelton did consolidate for a 2-love lead. And Tiafoe, though, looking to get back on track. He's up 30 to love here, trying not to get broken again. Ace up the tee for 40 love from Big Foe. So, looks like he is getting back on track. Have you been to Singapore? Actually, I stopped by just in the airport once on my way to India. So it was Vancouver, Singapore, Delhi, or I believe. But I haven't actually been to Singapore. I remember my father once on the way to India was telling us that he went to Singapore. And he said it was one of the cleanest places he's ever been in the world. this was before I was born, but I think, yeah, he went through Singapore. So I personally haven't been there. Like, I haven't experienced it. I've just touched down. I don't even know if I even left the airplane or if I switched planes, but I definitely didn't leave the hotel, or sorry, airport, I should say, not hotel. So yeah, I have not experienced Singapore. I have physically been there for a very short period of time, 3-4 hours maybe, but yeah, would love to go. Would love to go there. Tiafoe does hold, and not only that, Gerald, but it was. Yep, that's for you, buddy. Game to love. Massive fines for throwing rubbish on the streets there. I've heard that, and that's probably one of the reasons why they're so pristine, so clean and everything. The airport has an indoor waterfall. When I went, it was a long time ago. Like maybe, oh my God, this is ridiculous to even say out loud. Yeah, probably about 25 years ago. So when I went to India the first time, we went in 88, and I remember with the end of 88, and I turned 8. So I was born in 81. So yeah, in 89, we had my birthday in India. So I turned 8 there. So after that, so from 8, and then I went when I was 10, and I went when I was 12, and then I went when I was 14. So what happened was my family, we all went together, my brother, me, my mom, and my dad, the first time in 1988. And then after that, my brother is 2.5 years older than me. He went 1 year, and then me, and we went alternating for like 10 straight years. It would be, so I went when I was 8, 10, 12, 14. He went when he was like, he went in the alternating years. So we were very lucky. We're super blessed to be able to I mean, we're not like a wealthy family or anything, but my parents made sure that we got to know our family in India. It was a big thing for them to say, like, you guys have to go to India. I even went to India by myself when I was 12 years old. I went as an unaccompanied minor. So basically the airline takes care of you. They hand you off to someone when you get to the stopover, then they take care of you. Then they hand you off to someone, and it's crazy stuff. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Here we go. It's 15 love Shelton. He's up 2-1, and it's not 15 love now. It's 30 love because he just hit an ace up the tee. Folks, we're at 86 likes. We're trying to get to 100. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. And if we get to 100, which I believe we will and we can, I will hit the 100 like button. Shelton serving. Nice serve. Tiafoe with a return. Slice backhand Shelton. Forehand cross-court Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton up the middle. Tiafoe tries to cut the angle and go cross-court, but just misses. Shelton is up 40-15 and is 1 point away from consolidating. There are CCTVs everywhere as well. Did not know that. Yeah, game to love. Cubby boy, hello, says Daria, my friend from Mumbai. Good to have you. Daria is a dentist, folks. So if anyone needs their teeth cleaned in Bombay, you know what to do. Gerald, do you know what time it is, my friend? It is time for 2 buttons. One of them is this because Ben Shelton just consolidated. So it was a... So definitely will be considered a surprising result for some. Ben Shelton is up a break. He's up 2-1, and he's just 3 games away from a date with Novak Djokovic, the man who will be the world number 1 at the end of this tournament, no matter what happens. And yeah, Shelton looking for a spot in the semis against Novak Djokovic. He's 3 games away, as mentioned. So here we go. Tiafoe trying to get out of this hole. He's down 1-3. He's within a break, so he's not out of it yet, folks. Definitely not over. But nice serve, +1. Tiafoe goes inside in from the middle of the court from the forehand wing, and he's up 15 to love. So, Daria, what is it? 9:45 a.m. on Wednesday morning for you. waking up watching the match. Whom are you rooting for in this one? Okay, so my prediction before the match was Tiafoe in 4. That's out the window. I think Tiafoe will make a better match for us in the semifinal than Shelton would. So in that sense, because I'm always looking for the best tennis, the most exhilarating tennis. And I think that would be the case, maybe a little bit more right now with Tiafoe. So I'm going to say that is my answer. But I think if Shelton wins, he'll provide some pretty good electricity as well. I don't think it might not be as good of a match, but it would still be good and fun. But I think it would be more of a kind of guaranteed for Novak, which I don't mind because I want to see Novak Alcaraz, of course. Big fan of both those players, as you all know. I have a feeling that this might be a 5-setter, says Mr. Aram Bakshi over in Singapore. Tiafoe up 30-15. We're only 2 hours and 53 minutes in. We're already 3 full sets have gone, but it hasn't been necessarily a long match. Oh, Shelton, did he just hit that? No, he hit it long. Shelton hit a backhand long. Tiafoe let it go, and it's 40-15 Tiafoe. So looking to get back on track here. It's Tiafoe. All right, double game point, Francis. First serve is a fault. Here's a second serve at 40-15. That's an ace up the tee. Tiafoe holds. Shelton still up a break and will serve 3-2 after the changeover. But let's give a little love for Tiafoe. That was a good, solid hold. Oh, where's this button? There it is.
I'm going to make a whole song called Francis. I'm bringing it out soon.
Francis, what you do to me, Tiafoe, Francis, what you do to me, Tiafoe.
Okay, Alex saying, love a good curry luck shot, Rom. And Zach saying, what has Tiafoe been doing wrong in this match? Honestly, it's not like he's doing much wrong. I think he's just been outplayed. I think Shelton has just made certain shots that are just kind of tough to defend. He's got a lot of power. It's not like Tiafoe is like hitting an exorbitant amount of errors or anything like that. I think it's just Shelton's kind of just leveled up in certain moments, and Tiafoe just wasn't able to take advantage. Like when Shelton was up 6-4 in the tie break, and then Tiafoe was serving, he made it 6-5, so he was still down a set point. But then Shelton double faulted twice. So he was up 6-4, then he was up 6-5. And then it was 6-all and 7-6 for Tiafoe. Now Tiafoe had serve and 2 set points, and he wasn't able to pull through. So that to me was a pivotal moment in the match. But other than that, he hasn't been doing anything wrong, I would say. I think just Shelton's played a little bit better in the bigger points. Okay. We got game over from Niggle321. JG sings. Yeah, he does. It's funny because he actually didn't sing that. He was actually just talking. And Ben turned it into an actual, he elongated it and cut it up or whatever, mixed it up. Ooh. Tiafoe just missed a shot by about a millimeter. Shelton is up 15-love on serve. And another big serve. Tiafoe blocks it back, but it lands long. 30-love Shelton real quick here. Shelton seems to be cruising on serve right now. We have Yashu Chetri saying 3-1. I think that's what they're saying the set score is going to be for Shelton. Oh, Tiafoe had a short ball off of Ben Shelton's cut return there, and Tiafoe just missed an easy short ball, hit it into the net from the backhand wing, and Shelton is up 40 love. Looking for Gerald. Looking for a game to love. And he will get it. +1 inside out winner from the middle of the court by Ben Shelton. He's up 4-2. 2 games away from victory is the American from Atlanta, Georgia. Watching you live from Nepal. Oh, welcome, Yashu. Very, very nice to have you. Amazing. Nepal is the country, of course, of Mount Everest, I believe, right? Highest peak on Earth. Thank you for joining us, Yashu. Very, very nice to have a Nepalese friend here. Tiafoe down 2-4 serving. Shelton with a forehand on the run. Now Tiafoe forehand. Backhand slice Shelton. Backhand drop shot Tiafoe. Shelton gets there, punches a forehand just long, and it's 15 love for Tiafoe. We got Charlene Siggs live from Zimbabwe. Wow. Thank you for joining us all the way from Zimbabwe. That's amazing. Yashu, Tiafoe has to climb Everest near Nepal. Unbelievable. Thank you, Charlene, for joining again. Zimbabwe. I think you're the first person I've ever had a conversation with from Zimbabwe. And I've said that a lot on this stream, not about Zimbabwe, but about many countries, which is another thing that is so cool about being able to stream these matches. Tiafoe with a good serve, and his +1 was horrible. Forehand was a short ball, easy one into the high part of the net. He's just not looking on right now. Folks, if you haven't done so, as I mentioned, we're trying to get to 100 likes. We're at 88. We're just 12 away. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and then you can hit that notification bell. Join us every single day when we go live, and we will be going live every single day until a woman has lifted the U.S. Open trophy and a man has lifted the U.S. Open trophy. That'll be on Saturday for the women's, Sunday for the men's. So there you go, folks. My appeal for the 100 like button. We have a special song when we get to 100 likes that we play. All right, Tiafoe running Shelton around. Shelton playing crazy defense. Oh, no, the backhand from Tiafoe. He had the whole court. He tried to cut it a little bit too close, and he is down 15-30. Got to be careful. 2 hours and 59 minutes into this match. And Shelton is 6 points away from the semifinals. A pretty big upset. The world number 47 versus world number 10. We have officially crossed into hour number 4. 3 hours into this match now. And Tiafoe, even the way he's bouncing the ball, he was just bouncing the ball and went off of his shoe. And Hayward, it's like his focus is just a little off. But it's a good serve. Shelton returns that. Tiafoe makes his way to the net. Shelton hits one at him. And Tiafoe can't handle it. It goes long off the volley. And it's 15-40. Holy crap, folks. Ben Shelton with 2 break point opportunities. And if he breaks, he will have a chance to serve it out. The Tiafoe box looking very quiet, looking very nervous right now. Ben Shelton on the verge of a pretty big upset here in the U.S. Open quarterfinals. Woo! Okay, I gave it a shot, but couldn't fall asleep. I'll watch till the end. And, oh my heavens. Tiafoe hits a +1 backhand into the net. And it is Shelton who breaks once again. He's up 5-2 and will serve for the match after this. Unbelievable. M saying, Covey, both of these guys are American, and yet the crowd atmosphere is poor tonight. Zverev Sinner was much more electric. Yeah, I agree with you. I wonder if it's because they kind of wanted to start off with Tiafoe winning and he's not. And so they maybe are kind of wondering if they should switch allegiance. I don't know. I might be totally wrong, and I probably am, honestly. I even think I'm not necessarily correct in what I just said. But I do agree with what you're saying, that Zverev Sinner was a little bit more electric, for sure, yesterday. MG Street Candy saying, watching live from Richmond, Virginia. Come on, Tiafoe. Hashtag DMV. Game to love. Oh, when do we have a game to love? Oh, we did. Shelton had a game to love. My bad. That was a couple of games ago, but we're doing it because Gerald reminded me. Thanks for the summary, says Zachary. I do see Tiafoe is in the negative on winner unforced error ratio, but only 9 unforced errors for Shelton is a shocker. That's really good for him. Hard to believe it's right even. Actually, when I just read 9, because I feel like there's been a couple forehands. You know what? I don't think they count. You know when he goes hard on a second serve and misses it when he hits at 143? I don't think those are counted as unforced errors, because I think the count would be higher if that was the case, because I feel like he's been doing that a lot. Here we go. Serving for the match is Ben Shelton. Not sure I would be saying that tonight. Not that I thought it was impossible, but I had Tiafoe winning in 4. Here we go. Shelton. Second serve is good. Tiafoe. Backhand return. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Forehand Shelton. Goes long. Love 15. Only because of the Carrot Boys, they made it electric. Funny. Ben breaks. The crowd are more neutral tonight, maybe. Yeah, I feel that too. First serve is long. Great Shelton just in time, says he Damo Lady. Niggle 321 has the stay home emoji. Good for second serve. And Tiafoe can't handle that. The backhand goes long. It's 15 all. 3 points away now. Can they call a challenge or video review in tennis? Not in this tournament, Ridlush. The reason is because all of the calls are electronic. So it's automatically called electronic. So if they were to ask for a review, it would not change the outcome. Drop shot from Shelton and Tiafoe. Oh, Tiafoe came in and pushed it right to Shelton. Shelton tried to lob over him, and it goes just a bit long. How long? Oh, wow. Maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So it's 15-30. Shelton's still 3 points away, but he's under a little bit of pressure. Think the crowd don't know who to cheer for, and it's hot. Everybody look hot and shiny, says Peaches. Think you might be right. Oh, Shelton with a +1 forehand winner up the line off of a great return from Tiafoe. The serve was out wide. Tiafoe cross-court return, but Shelton pushed the lefty, pushes it up the line. Forehand, 2 points away now. 30 all. Imagine if they had guys dressed like Bugs Bunny with Codes Zverev shirts. What's up, Doc? First serve is a fault from Shelton. 30 all. 2 points away from the match. Second serve is good. Tiafoe return is long. Setting up for the first time in this match. It is match point for Ben Shelton, the 20-year-old from Atlanta.
Match point.
Shelton looking for a date with Novak Djokovic. Trying to serve big. 135. Misses it long just by a little bit. Second serve. Match point. Here we go. Serve is good. Forehand return off the baseline. Backhand Shelton. Backhand Tiafoe makes his way to the net. He volleys. Shelton gets to it. Pushes the volley up. And, Tiafoe hits a half volley off of that. Pushes it up into the baseline area of the Shelton side of the court. Shelton chased it down, but was unable to direct that ball. Crazy scenes going on here. Ben Shelton gets to it. Tiafoe volleys it. And Shelton, he didn't even get to the ball before it bounced twice. So he raced as far as he could from about 10 feet behind the baseline to the net and back, but not on time. All right, deuce. First serve. Good. Return from Tiafoe. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe, and it's a huge shank. Match point number 2.
Match point.
costly shank from Tiafoe, setting up match point number 2. Folks, we're at 88 likes. If you haven't done so, like this video. We're trying to get to 100 before it's all said and done. We don't have too much time. Here we go. Shelton serving for the match. Second time, match point. First serve is good. Return up the middle. Backhand Shelton. Forehand Tiafoe. Forehand Shelton. And it's a winner. Cross-court winner. Shelton, hand on his hips. Looks like he's making a phone call gesture and hangs it up. Oh, what a cool little celebration. He goes like this. Hang up. I don't know what that signifies, but damn. Ben Shelton is into the semifinals of the U.S. Open, the same place that Tiafoe was in exactly 1 year ago, but unable, Tiafoe, to replicate what he did last year. Ben Shelton putting his hands up. He's doing one of this. He's an animated character, folks. He's got charisma. He's got a big game. He's got a big smile. And congratulations to, he's doing a little dance almost. He's doing a little, like, these little kind of dancey gestures to his box. His dad is happy, who's also his coach. His box is happy. The crowd is giving him a standing ovation. He's giving the hearts to everyone. And Ben Shelton will face Novak Djokovic in the semifinals of the United States Open, the 4th Grand Slam of the year. This guy has not won back-to-back matches in any single tournament since the Australian Open. Australian Open happened. He played 18 straight tournaments without winning 2 matches in a row. And then now he's in another hard court slam, and he's into the semifinal. So this guy is a big game player. He's a hard court player, and he is through to the next round. Folks, here we go. Covey, you said 4, but it's Benji here. You're right. I said 4, and I said Tiafoe. I was definitely not on that one. But I am not I'm not mad. I'm not unhappy at all. Definitely, that was a really good match. Ben Shelton showed a really good level. Tiafoe, I know he was looking forward to this all year long. He kept on talking about none of these other tournaments matter as much as the U.S. Open. He did his best, but was unable to do it. 2 African-American men playing on Arthur Ashe Stadium for the very first time in the quarterfinals, and it is Ben Shelton who prevails. Let's give him a little bit of love in terms of button action. Come back, check out a couple more comments, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Victory for Ben Shelton.
Ooh, there's a boy in town called Shelton, Ben Shelton. Ooh, there's a boy in town, he's got those hearts melting. Ooh, Shelton, Shelton, Shelton. Ooh, oh, Ben Shelton, Ben Shelton, Shelton.
All right, folks, I am going to... Here, I'll give you a better view of my face. There you go, folks. All right, so I'm going to look at a couple of these comments here, and then we'll call it. Idemo Lady saying, good game. Never mind. Mr. Chandraya saying, no crazy, no Merkel over. Thank you, my friend. Not sure exactly what you're saying there, but there you go. Now it's a good game, says. Oh, that's what you're saying when you said never mind. Yes, almost right. The set. Shelton, Ted Nervander. What a win for Shelton. See you tomorrow, Covey. I will definitely be seeing you tomorrow, Ems. Thank you again for joining me. Everyone, thank you so much. We got to 92 likes. I wanted to get to 100. And hey, if you still feel like it, if we can get 8 more likes, I'll hit the 100 like button before I wrap up in another minute. So if you guys want to help me get to 100, cool. If not, no worries. We'll do it tomorrow. I will be calling the Alcaraz-Zverev match, also the second night match tomorrow night. Nervander saying, and time by M, says Gerald. Knocked out this year's AO semifinal, Tommy Paul. Last year's U.S. Open semifinalist, Tiafoe. Impressive. That's a very good call, Zachary. Very good call. Weird considering his poor form between AO and U.S. Open. I think he's a big game player. He just wants to play Grand Slams. Just wow, says TCK. It has begun. Yeah, a star is on the rise, folks. 4-set victory for Ben Shelton. Yeah, really, really well done there for Shelton. Unbelievable. Takes it 6-2, 3-6, 7-6, 6-2. Congrats to Ben Shelton. Thank you, Covey. You're very welcome, Max. Thank you to everyone else. We got to 93 likes, almost got to 100. I believe we'll do it next time. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Had a great time. Like I said, we had some matches coming up tomorrow. Game to Love Tennis Podcast. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when we're about to go live. I will be calling the Alcaraz match tomorrow night against Zverev. There's also Daniil Medvedev, Rublev tomorrow night. Tomorrow. Here, I'll give you the full schedule before I wrap up. We got Sabalenka, Zheng Xinwen starting off the day, followed by Medvedev, Rublev. Then the night session begins with Vondrousova versus Madison Keys, followed by Zverev and Alcaraz. That's the one that I will be calling. So, hope to see you guys all there tomorrow. Thanks, Covey. Says TCK, he was trying to call Djokovic with his post-match celebration. Thanks, Covey. Good night for now. Have a good night, Canada. Thank you for joining us. Didn't like post-match speech of Shelton. Kind of immature. I did not see it. I was unable to see it because my feed cuts out right when the match is over. All right, folks, that is it for me. I'll see you all tomorrow. Blockbuster matchup, Zverev Alcaraz. Also, I just mentioned we got some other matches on GTL, so stay locked onto the channel till the end of the US Open. My name is Covey in Vancouver, BC, where it is 9:35 p.m. I'm saying good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.